I feel like we live right now. Anyway.
No, I ain't tryna hang out and kiki. I got 3 phones and one I'm picky. Tryna see who can stack it the quickest. Is that dope for your nose better picky? He be loving these hoes, he'll pick me. I be proud of my pennies like sticky.
Bet I give her 9 shots, I can fit. Just got me a drum and that bitch on the fit. New diamonds on me, they dancing like Whitney. A new different world and my bitch is like Whitley.
Man, I just coming for nuts like a hickey. Head on the swivel, cause niggas is shifty. Your mama bad and she been by her business. I'm sorry, baby, I gotta be picky.
I'm sorry, little baby, I gotta be choosing, cause I'm really winning my shit I'm pursuing. I just came home and you niggas look stupid. Might pull up with keys in the Wraith, not a Buick. Pull up with Sean, he tell me to throw it. We came with your bitch and we bout to run through it.
Yeah, I put over Euro. Nigga might paint the whole block like a Nero. I be outside everywhere cause I'm thorough. Calling my dog, you gon' spin in the tour. Break out the I got custom apparel. Bitch, on the shits on my clothes, got a smear. I feel like Dino, I need the De Niro. They give me 0, I turn to a hero. My brother stay in the field like a scarecrow. Bitch, I'm a man, so you know I can't fear no.
Hey.
We really shooting them shots on the D-Lo. That boy is snitch, you calling them hero. We really up on them boys 10 to 0. Really fucking your bitch on the D-Lo. And Kill got some diamonds, they singing like Neo. And I'm riding with Kanye, we out on Vine Street, this a Porsche, not a Benz. Cartier wrist match on Cartier lens.
Do Cartier ring, now we Cartier twins. Do Cartier things, I got Cartier friends. Just want the kid, they get caught in the lens. Just broke the bank, now I can't make amends. Kick down the door, made them fucks let me in. Let that game, don't give a fuck, I'ma win. I bring the blade to your chinny chin chin. Trap already in, so I need all the yen. You ain't no Timmy with spinning the bin.
She give me neck like a nine was could run.
BA in the building, Michael, you know what it is. We gonna dig into these women today.
How do you niggas feel comfortable claiming some shit when you know that it's really pretend? And when you get jammed, you gon' tell on your man, and you end up telling them stories again.
It's a problem. It's a problem. T Bizzle's back in the game. Listen, man, listen. Pressure. There's so much pressure. I'm bossy. Do men because you gotta remember this is for the rebirth and the re-education. Do men want a boss check? We gonna have to define what a boss chick is. We gonna have to define what men want. We gonna have to figure out if a chick thinks she's a boss but she's not. That's why we call it the re-education. The re-education. Let me circularize the link to my insiders. Pressure. Well, everybody ain't gonna call in on this, man, because you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna want no part of this. Hey, everybody ain't gonna want no parts of this, but you know what? I'm gonna give them a chance anyway. I'm gonna give them a chance to come in and say what they gotta say what they gotta feel. And I'm gonna send it to people who got a crazy, you know what I mean? They gonna say how they feel, bro. It's gonna be flat out like that. The women, can we explain the women, please? Oh my God, women, do not come in here and get all booty hurt. Don't do that, cause listen, the dudes is gonna call in. They gonna say how they feel. You hear me? You on new regime, baby. We gonna talk about it. Ooh, this mic sound amazing. You on new regime, baby. We gonna talk about it. You hear me? And I know some chicks is gonna get their feelings hurt, and I don't want them to. But remember, a woman sent me this subject. She sent me the subject. So it's not like I'm just picking on y'all. She wanna know. Y'all can't tell because I'm a green screen action, but this is blood orange club soda water. Now, y'all tell me how y'all want me to do it. Do you want the young lady who asked the question to call in and ask the question directly, or do y'all want me just to dig into it? Because it can be arranged, right? Do men want a boss chick? Listen, let's talk about me first. Since I'm in here, ain't nobody else in here yet. Oh Lord, they said let me go send it to Sharia. They said come on in, don't be scared. Hey, yo, you brought this to me. I didn't bring this to you. Hey, listen, I'm gonna say how I feel while Sherelle's in the queue. Okay. Do I want a boss chick? I will say I can deal with one. Right? I can deal with one. Hey, you funny, bro. I sent you a link to your inbox on IG, Z-Dog, because you're someone I want to hear from. I can deal with a boss chick. Well, I say that I want one over a regular woman. It would depend on how you define boss. You know, it would depend on that. But if we're speaking strictly and she makes $150 a year, got her own stuff and all that, I'm not going to say I want that more than just a regular chick that lives with me. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that I am intimidated by her at all. No, we're talking about wants, not intimidation. We're talking about, you know, is that what you want? And I'm going to be real. Men do not think that women are boss. When we think of a chick we want, we do not include their income. Ooh, I can feel the pressure. Jesus Christ, King Trucker. Heavenly. We do not include your income. The fact that your income is even part of the conversation is ridiculous. We don't include your income. He's done. Do men want a boss chick? I done sent you the joint. Don't be scaredy cat, you bunny bro. Come on now, don't do that. I done sent you the link to come in already. When I'm thinking of a woman I want, I'm not involving her money. Because as a man, a woman lives under my roof. You understand? So if you were my woman, you would live under my roof. You understand that? Under my rules. So when I say get back in there, God, you gotta get naked like that. I'm joking. It's a joke. But no, yeah, I'm not thinking about, I'm not thinking about what we can have if we added your money to it, and I'm not thinking of the benefits of you being the boss. Men don't think about none of that stuff. I run the show, the original. So you coming in, if you got your own money, I ain't mad at you, but that's not what made me pick you at all. Your money is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I hate to say it this way. Your cash, your business does not matter at all. You're mine now. Now, if you make your money, by all means, don't stop. Let's get that real. By all means, do not stop making your money. Hey, man, save it up. Save up your money and all that. But if I'm picking between you and Sweet Sally Sue, Sweet Sally Sue supple. All right, both y'all supple, but Sweet Sally Sue is real supple. Skin cold black, just supple. And I got it between you and her, right? And I chill with you a few times, get in that chunky butter. And I chill with you a few times, I get in the chunky butter. I chill with her a few times. And I'm noticing when I say stuff, you got a lot to say back, doggy. You got a lot. You're saying a lot back, right? Oh, they gonna be up here. You should have known it, though. Hey, and when I say something, you talking back. You got lip back because you a boss. Sally Sue don't do that. I'm gonna pick Sally Sue over you. Facts. Okay, I'm gonna pick Sally Sue over you, even though you a boss. Cause your mouth, the original. Sally Sue don't give me all that back. When I say nah, I just say no to something random, And Sally Sue is like, oh, well, we'll think about it later. But when I say you, is like, oh, you can't tell me no. You understand I'm a boss. Oh, shorty, you out the ring. You out the running. That's it. Now, if the Sacagawea is good, I'm going to hit it a couple more times. You know? Go ahead on and swan dive in that Sacagawea a couple times. I'm going to hit it a couple times, but no. Don't see. And another thing too, we have to establish if not you personally, if the person that thinks this way is dating men. Because what I've seen in life is that boss chicks attract dudes that are weaker than them. They like that. That's what I've seen. If I'm wrong, please, dude, sound off to the original. Now, we're going to let Sherelle in here in a minute, but she listening. She good. Let me know. They like dudes that they can continue to roll their boss fantasy when they get home. You're not about to roll that on me. When I speak in my house, I speak. When I say something, it's like religion. If you don't believe it, smite thee. It is blasphemy to ask me a question stupid after. Ain't no point in saying something after I say it ain't right. Period. I run my shit. That's what it is. So if you cannot submit to that, then, you know, you might as well don't come over. I'm gonna be real. You might as well don't come over. I don't know. Hold on. No. You said something back? Listen, let's be real. If you used to being able to say something back to men, you're used to broke men. That's number one. Let's get that out of the way. I'm not broke. You can't talk back to me. If I say that's it, close the door. We have nothing else to talk about. I say sit down, period. Boss chicks ain't going for that. Who you telling to sit down? You understand? You know what I'm saying? I'm the best worker at so I got stocks and bonds and stuff. New hair, new nails. You got all this stuff. I got to hear all that. I'm not trying to hear that. If Sally Sue, who only make $20,000 at Walmart, comes home after her shift and makes me sweet butter biscuits, says nothing, and when we talk, it's just sweet and cool, feminine, and she's lay down with me, and it's just cool, and I ain't got to argue with her, she beats you out. Just like that. I don't care nothing about her money. Because Sally Sue ain't got to make a bunch of money because she with the big B's. You see how that goes? So her money is irrelevant to me. Irrelevant. There's only two things I'm interested in when I'm talking about a woman I want. Can she cook me something? Okay, we gonna talk about the Sacagawea. We ain't gonna talk about it right now, but Sacagawea is in there somewhere, but it ain't that important. But it's, it's in there. We have to be what I call sexually compatible. So at least we've got to be into the same thing. Or roundabout, right? But it ain't like 100% of it. And it's her annoyance level. I've dated doctors, lawyers, about to be judges, business owners. I've been courted by all of the three and around. Let me tell you, this is not all. And this is only my experience. Boss chicks are annoying as fuck. They're annoying. I don't want to have a arbitrary debate when I speak. When I speak, I just want you to do. I don't want to hear nothing else. That's how I feel. If I'm open to discussion, you'll know it. But if I'm not, you'll know it. And when you're dealing with the boss chick persona is what I'm going to call it, because half of the chicks that think boss are not. But when you're dealing with that persona, they think being boss is having something to say back, mouthing off and saying, well, I'm in a position where I can mouth off, so I'm going to. And I don't live with my mother and daddy no more, so you can't tell me what to do. And all of that. Yeah, that means you need to be alone. That don't mean you need to be over my house. Y'all understand how that goes? That don't mean you need to be over my house. Because when you over my house, you wear the little slips I bought you, right? You sit on the furniture, you lay in the bed, and that's it. I don't want to hear nothing else. Unless I'm in a talking mood. Now I hope y'all Bluetooths is together because this is a serious subject, and I don't want y'all to be calling in with crappy sounds. So please have your sound together, please. You funny, bro. You are
Hello,
tremendous.
can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me
Listen,
good?
this title was not tailor made for you. Okay, it
Look,
wasn't.
no, it is because I am now in love with the most beautiful girl in the world. So let's get that out the way. Second of all, I disagree with 90% of what you said today because I am with a boss chick that has her master's and very, very intelligent, has a
Mm-hmm.
career, and we're 50-50 from a person that hasn't graduated college. I don't feel the what you feel that she has to obey me in a sense, or when I say so, she has to jump, or it's a 50-50. We're compromising because we're trying to build something together. And I feel like she's taught me more and helped me be a better man than I was before. See, that's the problem. Accepting a woman that wants to make you better, not worse. That's the
Right.
problem.
Well, here's the
This
problem, you funny
submissive
bro.
attitude.
Here's the problem, you funny bro. I'm already awesome. So that analogy is not gonna work with me. That works with people who need work. Next, Phil.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, say what you got to say. Yeah, I don't know where the hell that bullshit came from. Keep going. I don't even. We ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna bring him back in here in a minute. I'm gonna let you funny bro simmer. Go ahead.
Oh man, that's crazy. But yeah, man. I mean, when it comes to women being in a, I guess you could say an ascendant of a financial position, um, that does, in their mind at least, give them leverage in the courtship situation. However, history shows the structure is, the man is usually showing leadership. However, at the same time, they have to be in the position to take that role regardless if the woman is earning more financially than him or not.
And that's
if he's being a man, that's not going to matter because the overall goal is to compound. But at the same time, if he's a raggedy dude, I can understand why some women might be that way.
And my thing is, I'm not like your other manosphere dudes. Raggedy dudes aren't even in the conversation.
Right.
We're only assuming that you're at least an eligible person. We're assuming that you can house a woman, have the money for everything she needs as an adult.
Right.
That's what we're assuming.
And that's how I live my life too. It's like, it'd be a beautiful thing if, my woman was earning the same kind of figures but that I make, but it's irrelevant because I've set up the lifestyle to be based on my income only.
Bingo.
So you can be sitting up on 10 bands, cool, we up 10 bands, but we're still gonna live based on what I'm earning.
And the question is, do men want a boss chick? Not how you handle your boss chick that you got. It is irrelevant. In mass. Right. We're talking about in mass.
I would say
men picking boss chicks over regular feminine chicks.
No. On paper, yes, men say they want the boss chick that's getting to the bag, but you got to understand that comes with a different lifestyle because women that are in that stature, they live a certain way, and they're not talking about just not just talking about the material lifestyle type. We're talking about their regimen is different, the way they move is different, how they operate their week to week is totally different, and a lot of men aren't built for that.
They're not, and not even they built for it. They don't want it.
Right. That's a fact.
It's one thing. Listen, I may be built for UFC, but I don't want to be kicked in the face, dude. Facts. I don't want it.
Facts. I mean, most dudes, they're going to go for the easiest scoop to the chunky butter. If we ain't got to go in 3 scoops, we trying to get it in 1. You feel me?
Exactly. Now, listen, they may not like this. I got to bring Sherelle in here, Phil. Listen, Phil, I need you to stay in the wings because I don't know how this is going to go.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I don't know how this is gonna go. Okay, over there, apparently. 1 second. Dun 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 dun. Here goes the person that posed this question. The actual question was, can a chick be a boss and be able to be a wife? That was the original question, but it wasn't salacious enough, so I changed it. 1, 2, 3. Booyah! Here goes Sherelle. Sherelle.
Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you, Sherelle. Go ahead and give me what the original question was, because I had to Hollywood it a little bit.
Okay, so the original question was, can a woman be a boss and a wife? Now, I be on here, and you cut my segment out. So I got a comment on the segment the other day. I'm going to
What
read y'all the
segment?
comment. It says, girl, do you, but you have to decide wholeheartedly if you want to be a boss or a wife. That's a fine line. You can't want both. Most boss, most boss chicks are single, but it's your world, baby.
Now, according to the numbers and the complaints from women, a lot of boss chicks are single. That is true. Now that's neither here or
That
there.
is
That's just a fact. Like the person can take that any way they want. But this is my thing. I believe a woman can be a boss and can be a wife. But is she in her mind looking at it like, hold on, I'm hearing a reverb. What's that from? Is there a reverb? Am I coming out of the TV?
no. Everything shut down except the computer.
All right, hold on one second. I believe that a woman can be a boss and a wife, but is she thinking in her mind that while I'm at work, I'm a boss, and is she thinking in her mind when I'm at home, I'm a wife? She would have to separate that, right? That's it. There's no saying that she can't do that. She definitely can, but she would have to be looking at them as two separate ventures. You understand what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
And this is another thing. Because people think I'm an asshole. Let's get that out the way. I'm not an asshole. All I'm saying is this. Is that what we want? No. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying I couldn't date you if you start making $1 million. But if a person asks, when a dude goes out and he's picking a chick, he's not wondering how much she makes a month. They're not wondering that. They're looking at visual, and a couple of mom issues is in there, and that's about it. They're not like, oh, is she a boss? We don't think like that when it comes to who we're trying to deal with. Go ahead, Sherelle. I gotta turn you off mute.
All right. And I understand that. That's fair. But as long as she can separate it, you could learn to separate it. But I just feel like it's levels. Like some women are, more docile. Some women are with that, like they're not ambitious to work or anything. And there's men for them. And there's women who are more ambitious. Those women deserve men that are equally with them. Because
But
if a man has his drive, your woman has her drive.
right. Well, this is not a matter of deserve. Deserve is like you should be appointed one.
Right.
It's not a matter of deserve. It's a matter of, as I hate to say it, as Kevin said, you say, what does the market say? Like he said, if it matters on if they want it or not. You do not. You are a woman is not just entitled to a man. That is not a right or something that you have. It's if they want it, and if they don't want it, they don't want it. That's like dudes that are 5'6" should be able to date every woman a 6'4" dude. They deserve a woman. No, women don't look at it that way. They look at it as you're too short. Get out my face. Right?
Right.
Right. Like, I mean, matter of fact, Sherelle, you would date a dude that's 5'1"? Damn, we got quiet again.
Yeah, sure.
We got quiet
I would. My first boyfriend was really shorter than me. Yeah, I wouldn't have a
Right.
problem with him being short. I'm
You would
bigger
date him?
on how you treat me. I'm not into looks. I'm big on how you treat me.
How tall are you, Sherelle?
I'm 5'8.5".
That's good. You're already short.
He was like 5'5".
He was like 5. So he was 2. He was 3 inches shorter than you. Right. Okay, but hold on one second. I gotta let
He's
King
short.
in hear what he got to say. We're gonna be pulling people in and out. Just listen. Listen, everything that comes out of this dude's mouth is his stuff. This is King the Trucker. He's saying this. Not me. King.
Yo.
Do men want boss chicks?
Man, that really depends on what you consider as a boss chick. You know what I'm saying? My thing on it, my aspect on it is everybody said it already, and a lot of people agree to what we already said. We don't care about a woman's money, about what she make and all that other kind of stuff. Because at the end of the day, a man makes money as well. Now, the thing is to co-parent to coexist with that is that to be considered as a boss person to me is that you got to be able to handle your business.
Right.
You got to be able to have that mind frame to where you can distinguish if you a boss at work, is you a boss at a relationship, or whatever the case may be. We want a woman who know how to handle her business, and don't argue. It ain't about who's on top of who. It's
Right.
about a boss chick is about, can you cope with being a boss person at work or a boss person that handles business, and can you be the person that man is actually looking for?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But don't get
And the
in there
truth of the
thinking that you over me and I'm over you, because it'll never work like that. That's why a lot of boss chicks are single, because they can't cope between the two.
the pride of having to submit when they go home when they don't have to submit nowhere else.
Exactly. Because, bro, I can care less about what a woman make. I don't care. Actually, I love, and a man that got a lot of money can be very powerful for each other. It
Right.
don't even matter about who makes the most money or not. It's about what you can make happen with the money that you got.
Facts.
Be a boss by handling your business in the street, taking care of me at home, because the rest is history. I'm your man. I'm gonna make sure everything else is good for you. I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna make sure no one's messing with you, and I'm gonna make sure that you good and straight in other aspects besides me throwing my money around. Cause that don't determine that I'm a boss dude because I got money.
Facts. Facts. Matter of fact, y'all call them simps all the time.
They call them simps all the time, bro. But
So
the
I mean,
thing is,
I feel like it's like one of those things where can you do it? Yes. I mean, Judge Judy stayed married for 38 years. And
right?
you seen that mouth.
Yeah, man. And,
38 years
bro,
she was married. She's still married, if I'm not mistaken. Because when she goes home, that shut up, I don't want to hear you talk, that stuff ends. Y'all can think she goes home and does that. She don't do that when she get home. No, I'm not about to lose my little piece of man I've been with since the 70s because y'all want me to act like on TV at the crib. I'm not doing that. Because guess what? You can be a boss and all that stuff. It get cold in the winter, shawty. Sheesh. It get cold coming home
eh,
to a crib, don't really got nothing to do, and ain't nobody answering the phone, and you just in there by yourself on there looking at couples goals hashtags.
yeah, man.
Money
Hey,
don't come for that.
it's easy. It's easy. It's not hard. People want to look at TV and watch these reality shows with mob wives and all this other stuff. It's really not like that in the real world. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the streets. I've done a lot of stuff in the streets, bro. That I can't really talk about. But at the same time, though, I know how a boss chick really supposed to be for as a street aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got chicks that can be street and you got chicks that can be intelligent at the same time. That's a powerful thing.
Right, they can cut it
It's
on and
hard
off.
to find a woman like that. But when you from the streets, you take that and turn it to a positive, and that's your bossness all day long. If you could distinguish the two between trying to run a man and trying to be on
Have
the
one.
same page with your man, that what
Right.
makes you a boss. Handle your business. And it's just that simple, bro. It's not hard.
It's not hard, but it's one of them things where, you know, hold on, let me pull you out real quick. It's one of those things where I believe I believe if I believe that it is one of those situations where if you really, 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 really want your situation, you will leave what's at work. You will leave what's at your business. It's that simple. When you come home, you won't have the boss mind. Instead, you'll be like, I got my home life, and my home life is completely separate. You know, if you're a porn star, you're not coming home dressing up and all that. You're going home in sweats. And you just want to go there and watch some TV. You just want to go there and watch some TV. Hold on, let me check this, dog, one more time, because y'all are just annoying with this, dog. Yo. Dog, my mic is fine. Your phone sucks, doggy. Jesus Christ. Listen, when other people come in and they're very loud, the contrast is hard to hard to change. But my connection should be awesome right now. Let's get it right. But I feel like it's one of those things. Well, listen, man. All I'm saying is when men sit in a circle and we discussing what we like, no one brings up boss chicks at all. They don't bring them up. They talk about physical attributes. They talk about if she's annoying. And they talk about sex. That's it. They ain't talked about where she worked. If they do, it's in passing, like, oh, you know, her nails be done because she work in the office, or, you know what I'm saying, she real strong because she a nurse. Like, it'd be something like that. But we not throwing around year to dates. We're not doing that. It's like, ooh, but she look like this, and ooh, she look like that, and her body size, and I bet you she'll be into this. And when I hit it, it was like that. We don't bring up the boss aspect when we're powwowing about women. We don't bring that up. We just don't bring it up. I know I'm not worried about that. I'm straight. You know, my ex made $260 a year. It had no bearing on if I was going to stay with her or not. None. Business owner for 24 years. None. It has no bearing. In an actual man that is independent and make his own money. It has no bearing. Now I got to be Kevin Samuels Jr. Can it just be true? Why I got to be Kevin Samuels? It's just a fact. If I went through and asked y'all about y'all past 6 chicks y'all dealt with, y'all wouldn't be able to tell me their year to dates. But if I asked you which one had the best booty, you'd be able to tell me that. Wouldn't you? Oh, this one right here, man, she do that swirly with her mouth. You be able to tell me all that, but you won't be what did she do? I think she worked up there at the government or something. You wouldn't even be able to tell me what she did. You wouldn't even be able to tell me what she did. She did something. I ain't worrying about that. Like, you know what I mean? She was cool. I mean, we had fun. That's it. We had fun. We ain't talking about that. When we talking about chicks that's cute, we talking about what they look like. What we think the booty's gonna be like. Oh, I wouldn't date her because she's crazy. Like, we talking about stuff like that. We're not talking about, well, you know, she got 2 trucks, so I'm on it. You don't think like that, bro. And half of y'all dudes in here got an old lady that don't work. Pressure. Half of y'all dudes got old ladies that don't work. So I know you ain't thinking about that. You're not thinking about it. Because if that was the case, if men wanted boss chicks, it'd be a lot of lonely non-working heifers out here. Where all the non-working heifers out? Where would they go if all the dudes just switched and said, I want boss chicks? I want a boss. Y'all be dropping baby mamas and everything. Y'all not. Y'all got a chick at the crib. She ain't got no job, occupation, nothing. And y'all paying all the bills and her nails. Buying her a car, everything. She go on trips with you. Oh, she got a card to your bank account that she swiping. She ain't even putting no money in there. So how we gonna come on here now and say that's what we want? No, it's not, bro. It's not what we want, dog. It's a fact. It's a fact. My thing is, listen, Shut up, Just Feel. Just Feel. Did it hit a
Hey,
chord, bro?
man, look, gotta keep it a buck, dog, because when being in the category of being considered a real man, when we're coming up and we're learning society, we're not taught to look for that as an attribute
Nope.
at all. It's, oh, she needs to be pretty, she needs to have a nice personality, y'all got to get along. The marmalade scoop got to be nice, scoop de whoop. But it's never about what's her 401k looking like,
Never.
what's her life insurance like, what's her retirement, what's her savings plan. You know what I'm saying? What's her career path for the next 5 years? What's her 10-year projection? All these things that get talked about after the fact when it's an issue
Right.
instead of beforehand when we shopping.
Yo, peep game. If boss chicks was really what dudes wanted, would everybody be going to get fake butts? Or would they be going to get degrees?
That's a fact.
Would there be as many fake butt? The hashtag for degrees would be higher than fake butts, wouldn't it?
Wellness centers would exist.
Yo, no, listen, women aren't stupid. They know what y'all want. That's why women are in gyms. That's why women are going over to Dominican Republic. Oops, did I say that? What did Lil Wayne say? In LA, they getting shots. Bitch, I know the doc. That's why they running over there getting boobies and butt cheeks and tummy tucks and all this stuff.
Dr. Miami is now a household name.
It's a household
ridiculous.
name. Ain't nobody over here like, oh my God, she walked by and she had a freaking master's degree and my ding-a-ling went boing. Ain't no one talking like that.
Nah.
Ain't no one talking like, come on, dog, be real.
Like, oh, she got 3 LLCs with 10 trade lines. Oh my God, I gotta have her. We don't talk about that stuff.
We ain't talking about that. Hold on one second, Phil. I gotta bring Sherelle in here so she can comment on some stuff. Now, Sherelle, you got a little bit of a reverb. 1 second. Sherelle.
Yes, I'm still reverbing.
You good, darling. What do you think?
But see, this my thing. See, because since you changed the question, is making it everybody reply wrong. See, a woman shouldn't want to be a boss to like go get a man, like to attract a man. What I'm saying is, should a woman say I shouldn't be educated or I shouldn't work or I shouldn't do this to make sure that a man will pick me? When you meet a woman, of course you're gonna go off her look, how she look. That's the first thing that's gonna get you. You learn her ambitions and her goals and what she do in life as you get to know her. So I'm not saying what would attract a man to him, but I'm saying you see a girl and she fine and she bad and she know how to respect you. Are men gonna be like, but she worked too much? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, are they gonna look at it like that? Like, I'm not gonna mess with her because of her job. Would that be like after she didn't pass everything else, everything on your list? She look good. She treats you right. She's submissive to you. She could cook for you. She do all of this, but she the CEO of a law firm, and she had a partner
Yeah,
at a law
but
firm, and she be at work. Is that gonna be something to make a man say he don't want to deal with her?
no, what you're talking about is something is irrelevant. If she hit all the markers, her being a boss is an irrelevant question because she hit all the
And
markers.
that's what I'm saying. Like, even if she don't come off as a boss, because it's not like, oh, somebody gonna just say that as soon as I meet you, oh, I'm a boss. But it's saying with the girl, the girl comment is like, women cannot be a boss and a wife at all.
That's stupid. No, I'm not
That's
saying
her
women
comment.
can't be a boss and a
You
wife, but
can't
a woman.
even want to be a boss and a wife. So it's like when
No,
you're a little
no,
girl,
no.
you have to make the decision. I'm going into the world. Do I want to be a boss or do I want to be a wife? Do I want to go get like a work at McDonald's till a man swoop me off my feet? Or do I want to go get this degree and
No,
do this
no,
and be
no.
single for the rest of my life?
Listen,
It's not
no.
that simple. And
The
that's
truth,
kind of the
the
way
truth,
she phrased it.
the truth about it is you don't have to pick, but the percentage of you being alone will go up. But it's not saying it can't happen, It's just that the percentage of you ending up alone is gonna go up. It just is what it is. It's gonna go up because I do have friends that's like, wow, you can be both. No one's saying you can't be. I'm not saying I would like someone less if they was, but as far according to the way everything looks, there's other things in there we're not talking about, because you're speaking like, well, if a chick is a boss and she's all those other things, but apparently that ain't what chicks are when they become bosses. They're not all those other things. Maybe that's why they're alone. Right? So we would have to be.
So why couldn't she pose the question as?
You mean someone
why could she couldn't pose the question as? Yeah, I'm saying like it's different people that say it. That's why I asked the question. But you can be both. Now, yeah, if you feel like you a boss and then you're gonna boss a man around, you're gonna run into a problem every time. If you feel like you're gonna come home and expect the man to cook and clean for you and wait on you hand and foot, and you want to sit him down, then that man ain't gonna have a job and he gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? They got homosexuals that'll do that for you. But if you want a man, you're gonna respect a man as a man, and he should respect you as a woman.
But the thing is,
what you work and what you do, it shouldn't even matter.
Sherelle, that's a good saying, but the truth of the matter is that's not how it's going. That's how you feel. But the truth of the matter is these boss chicks apparently aren't doing that because they're alone. So that's why the question even comes up. Because the real thing we're not talking about is the standards of these boss chicks that we're talking about, and their standards are in a place where they're alone. Now here goes the bigger question. Is she gonna date a dude making $20,000 a year?
Probably not.
Why not?
Probably not.
Why not?
I don't know. I guess she's not gonna feel like he's boss enough for her.
Well, see, but did you just see how us as men didn't have that problem?
Right.
Remember that? Because we'll date a chick making $20,000 a year, marry her and everything, pop a kid in her and all that. But y'all have a rhetoric of, hey man, he's not boss enough for me. Whoa, hold up, now we done hit a problem. We done hit a little snag. It isn't the problem where if the person's a boss or not. It sounds like the problem is what the standards go to when the chick feels she's a boss. So now here goes the better question I'm going to ask you. How much does the dude have to make?
I guess it's going to be case by case. If she makes $250,000 a year, he probably going to need to make at least 100. Now think about it. So wait, I'm gonna talk about my situation. One of my situations. Okay, so as a lease op, I was making at netting full year. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna bring back my truck was gonna gross over 100,000 a year.
Right.
I'm not saying I was gonna see all of that, but you see what I'm saying? This is what I'm filing on my tax. Okay. Mm-hmm. And the guy I was dating was making like 45,000 a year. I know that that was his gross. I know that I was still netting twice as much as him, but I never saw a problem with that. Yeah, you know why? I didn't have to take care of him. Because he owned his own house. Because he had his own car. He was a man himself. Sherelle, he carried himself like a man.
See, all of this that you're talking about is completely irrelevant. None of that should matter. He should have been able to live at your house and drive your car. Why would that matter?
What?
And why would see? Look. Now you can. Oh my God, I'm confused. What you confused about? Because I mean, when y'all make less, y'all live in our house and drive our car. What's the difference? What is the difference? And let's be real. Like your boy. You said he was a man and everything, but like your boy, like I hate to say it again, Kevin Samuel said. Most of the dudes in America make $42,000 a year. Most of them do. Most of the dudes you looking around that you see walking by make $42,000 a year. They do. So that really, he's just average. He's just an average dude. Shut up, Google. He's an average. See, this is the problem that we're running into right here. Once y'all make a certain amount of money, The requirements of the dude, you should be able to date a dude if you like him and he makes you happy, he treats you well, all that type of stuff that you say you want. And he just says, you know what? I just like to work construction, cleaning, doing the street work. I make about a good 35,000, 40,000 on a good year. You should be able to date that dude, and you put the money down on the house and you make the majority of the money for the 30 years y'all are together, and it should feel no different. Do you know why? Because if y'all are together, all that money's supposed to be y'all's anyway. Because technically, if you make 100 and he make 35, y'all make 135, right? Can I stay in your house and drive your car, Sherelle?
That's the income for the family.
Sherelle, look, I don't want to work.
No.
Sherelle, look, I'm gonna stay. Let's listen to my proposition here. I'm gonna stay in your house. You already got a car note, so what I need to get one for? Let's get that out of the way. And I'm gonna just drive your car. I'm gonna stay in your house, and I like what I do on YouTube, even though it only pays me about $20,000 a year. And what do I need to work more for? You making 100, so I'm just gonna stay with you, and you just gonna support me, and we're just gonna be happy. Would you start to resent me? Is the mic on?
I don't think so.
Hello?
I can hear you. You can hear me?
You don't think so?
I wouldn't resent you because of what you couldn't do. But I mean, if you going to work and you doing something that you're passionate about and you following your dreams,
Darling,
or you going to work and you doing something for yourself as a man.
I'm staying at the crib.
As long as you're doing what you need to do for yourself as a man, then I'm cool with that.
I'm staying at the crib. I'm playing on my laptop.
No, you're not staying at the crib doing nothing at all. No money, no working, no school, no nothing. Like, so you're not doing that.
You're okay with my 20 grand a year? That's okay for you?
If that's what you're gonna make.
And you just gonna make that 100-something thousand year in, year out, and everything's fine.
If that's what you're gonna make.
I'm
telling you, I don't have a problem with it, because look, listen to me. If you want to be a teacher, like a lot of my friends are teachers, I don't have a problem with you wanting to be a teacher, because sometimes people are more passionate about stuff that they don't make the most money in. Teachers, no matter how much, first of all, teachers, they raise our kids. They are literally teaching the future that's gonna lead us. Their jobs is important, but at the end of the day, they don't get paid a lot for it. So if that's what your passion is, coaching little kids or mentoring little kids or teaching little kids, I can understand that you're not gonna ain't no teachers making $500,000 a year. No. So what am I supposed to say? I'm never gonna date a teacher, or I'm never gonna date a plumber, or I'm never gonna date a mechanic? Like, no. If you're doing something that you love, you're a man that you can take care of yourself.
Right.
I don't need to be able to, if you could take care of yourself.
Darling, stop. I can't.
Well, you don't need to be dating nobody if you.
Darling.
But this is my thing. I feel the same way about women.
I can't take care of myself. Technically, I stay with you. Well, how do we get me taking care? You taking care? I stay with you, and I drive your car.
You don't stay with me.
Why wouldn't I be able to stay with you? You my woman.
And you a man.
What that got to do with it? You making all the bucks, baby. You making 100 grand. I'm gonna stay at your house. I'm gonna drive your car, and I'm gonna be real with you. I need a debit card, so you're gonna have to go and break me off a debit card real quick. So I'm gonna need a debit card to your account, right? Because this is why I'm saying this. Because in the beginning of this, everybody said 50-50. So yeah, I'm gonna need an authorized card to your account. Because I need cigarettes, right? It's 50-50. It's the same on either side. So I don't get how I need to be able to take care of myself when you my woman and you got me.
But see, that's only for people who really believe in that 50-50. That's not me. I don't
So what?
believe that men and women are equal and all of that. Like, nah, that's not what I believe.
So I'm not good for a debit card. What you saying?
And ain't no man getting my debit card. Period.
Yo. She held out, y'all. She held out. 1 second, Sherelle. I got to pull you out. She held out. She held out. I gotta let the dudes say what they gotta say. Hold on 1 second. King.
Yo. First off, bro, I'm gonna tell you like this. Can you hear me good? Is everything good?
You
Everything
good.
straight?
I can hear you.
Okay, so look, first off, I'm just gonna be honest, bro. She really came with that question and didn't think it all the way through. Because what she trying to do is she's overthinking the situation of what a boss really is. You can't answer that question unless you really know what it means and what it takes to be a boss chick and still have a relationship with a guy, regardless of what he making. Because a real boss chick can put up with anything if they are built like that.
Right.
And then you got to look at this as well. Sherelle is young. She's like 25. She haven't really kind of reached that level of having a situation like that before with a real man. I'm not gonna say that her man wasn't real, but
Right.
but I'm just speaking like as far as a person that really knows how to be a boss with a boss.
Right.
So she really don't know exactly what it really means, but it's okay. She understands for what she wants for her perspective,
Right.
but it's not gonna work like that.
Am I getting the debit card, King? She gonna give me the debit card?
She not gonna give it to you because you know why? She don't trust you for one to have her money.
Ooh.
And that's just real talk. If she don't trust you to have her debit card, then she don't trust the relationship, period.
Oh, so
And that's just how I feel.
You saying regardless of my job situation, if there was trust, I would have a debit card.
You will have it because she trusts you. She trusts you to know that you're going to do the right thing with her money.
With the money.
She know you're not going to run off with her money to go run out of town with her little $100,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about trust when it comes to being a boss. When you talk about being a boss, you got to be a boss of everything, not just what you think a boss should be.
Hold on, King. I know how you get. Now we gotta. I done got him fired up.
Woo!
listen.
Boy.
You done brought up trust. You done brought up a trust issue. Let me back you out because I got to see what you funny bro want. 1 second. You funny bro. Am I gonna get that card out of?
Nah, you ain't getting no card, bro. First of all, what she was saying, what the point was 50-50. If you really trust me, I agree with the dude you just had on. If you really trust me, it shouldn't be about the financial. You just trust me all around. I give you my
should be
card.
able to get the card for cigarettes
and
and drive
like
a car.
Anything, because we're both responsible adults. I know you go do the right thing. I know she go do the right thing. We're not finna sit here and argue over something frivolous like this if we're in a real relationship.
Ooh.
I just don't see that.
So if Sherelle, if y'all together, and Sherelle denied you the card and the car keys, she took her card to her mama house when she left.
This is the bigger issue.
This gonna be an issue for you.
This is the bigger issue because if I trust you with me loving you, and then I trust you with everything, just like I gave you my card yesterday. If I hit bad times, I'm thinking I'm gonna receive the same thing. I would help you, you help me. That's where the 50-50 comes in at. It's not just, oh, you make this, so you're over me, like my overlord. No, because I wouldn't want to treat you like that. So why would I do that? I don't want you to do it to me, so why would I do you like that? So if I make 250, I get to treat you like shit. But if you make it, you get to treat me. What is that? That's not a relationship. None of this should matter. We're just together, period, regardless of what we make. Because it's supposed to be together, not separate. If it's not together, why are we in a relationship?
She about to come in and explain why I'm not getting this card. I'm gonna press her again. See if I'm gonna try to get this card out. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get this card. All right, darling. When you gone, I'll be running out of money. I need the card just for emergencies. Well, nah, y'all, let me go ahead and ask for it. All right, Sherelle.
You ain't getting my card. Period.
Sherelle, you
Now, if
ain't
you in a bind, Nate, if you in a bind, Nate, I can look out for you. If you in a
Sherelle.
bind, Nate,
Sherelle,
but for you to just be holding down my card for a regular days, nah.
Darling, can you let me get it out so I can explain why I need the card first?
Baby, you're not getting my card, love.
Listen. It ain't about nothing funny. It's just that when you
But I don't
go
want
out
your
of
card
town,
either. I don't want your card. I don't want your card.
You don't need my card because we already established I ain't making no money. So we talking about your card right now. So what I'm saying is this.
Money is money.
What I'm saying is this. I be running out of money, then you be having the cash app. You know, it's better if we just go up together, put both of our names on your account, and I get my own card, my own debit card with my name on it that's attached to your money. And if I run out of money, I can swipe and get gas or whatever. That sounds better, does it not?
No.
This is my question, Sherelle.
No.
If you can't trust something this small, that means you're just not interested in a relationship, right?
This my thing. Yeah, I am young because I see King finish shots. I am young, but this what I'm trying to say.
Right.
I'm not 12. I'm not 18. I'm not 19. At this point in my life, I know that what I want in my life, I'm in a building stage to get to the point when I'm in my 30s that I have a foundation set for the way I want to live my life.
Right.
And that's my goal, and that's what I'm going for. So at the end of the day, I need whoever I'm being with to be like-minded, just like me. So my thing about it is, as an adult, no, I'm not saying about how much money, but as an adult, I know that if I have a job, first of all, I know that as an adult, I need to work somewhere to take care of myself because I'm an adult. I'm not a child no more. And no parents taking care of me. And that's as a woman. And I feel like every adult should feel like I need to take care of myself. If I need a car to get back and forth to my job, then I need a car. If I need to eat, I need to be able to feed myself. If I need somewhere to stay, I need money to be able to put a shelter over my head. Whether a man gonna take care of me or a woman gonna take care of me, I should be already 100% who I need to be before I add anybody else to the equation. So why should I be dealing with a man who can't even who can't even do what he have to do for himself as a man?
Sherelle, listen to what you're saying. Most of the chicks out here that don't make your money, that don't have a job, are married, and they have a man.
And it's different strokes for different folks. So I understand that.
No, it's not different strokes for different folks, darling. It's not. Most of them have a man that they're with, and the man takes care of them. That's how it goes. Now, peep game. These women will go out and start doing Mary Kay. You probably too young to know what Mary Kay is, but a lot of the
I know what Mary Kay is.
Okay, you know what Mary Kay is, and they will turn around and start making $120,000, and they man's $35,000 don't mean the same as it did before. Are they gonna look at them and be like, well, you need to do what you got to do to start making more money as a man? No, boo boo, because they still got the same card to the same account as it was before she made money. She ain't gonna take the card back.
Right. So I wouldn't. But that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't do that. If you do what you got to do as a man to take care of yourself, I'm not gonna make you do nothing extra for me.
I feel you, but darling, why do I got to go? And this is what I'm trying to explain to you. It's the same situation, just in reverse.
Because you're a man. You're a man.
What does that matter?
You're a man. Men protect and provide. That's what a man does.
No, well, I do that with a woman that ain't getting money. You're a boss. Right? You're a boss, boo boo. I protect.
So basically, that's the answer. A woman cannot be ambitious or anything unless she wants a man that she has to take care of. They can't. It can't be. I just respect you as what you do, and you respect me as what I do.
Right.
It can't be that way.
It can be that way in a fantasy world. That's not how it is in real life. Okay, let's go down the joint. You know, all of these females that are getting divorced, they're all giving money to men that had no job. They're all giving money to men that had no job. Wendy Williams, Jill Scott, they had no job. So are you saying that these dudes weren't men? Like, no, they got to the point where it was like, I want my man regardless of all that BS. Listen, darling, it's a double standard is what you're going on. Because if you fall, then you're just a woman that's you're just a homemaker. No one looks at you different. But you done brought my manhood into it and everything just because I don't have my stuff together for a period. I could go to a 3-year downtick. Are you going to last that 3 years? Or are you going to be like, well, as a man, you should be doing it? Like, no, you can't do that. Because when it goes on with you, we don't do that to y'all. We just take care of you. We just take care of you. Feed you. Get your nails done. You on my insurance. You driving my car around. I'm doing everything to make sure you straight. But if it does a downtick and turn around, you going to tell me I got to be a man. That's a double standard.
Oh, well, double standards exist. It is a double standard. I'm not saying it's not a double standard. A double standard, just like a man can sleep with 10 women in one day. If a woman does that, y'all not going to be looked at as the same. Double standards exist. That's just reality.
That's true. But is that getting these boss chicks husbands? No.
No, but then think about this. I know a lot of women who are not bosses, who are not wives either.
That don't mean they ain't got no husband. There's a lot of unwise heifers. There's a lot of unwise heifers I know that's married.
I said unwise. They're not wifed. Like they're not wives.
Well, you can make that argument because the amount of men that die based on their jobs, and there's more of y'all than us. So that argument is mute. There's always going to be a lot of chicks that are unwived because there's not as many men as it is women. So that doesn't matter.
Okay, and so if we already know that our chance is slim out here, right?
Right.
Chances is slim. They ain't got enough men to go around. Do I want to stay poor to get a man, or would I rather just be alone and rich? I would rather be alone and rich.
And the
I would rather be alone than being able to take care of myself.
Darling, and the numbers say that's what it's going to be. That's the
yes.
No one's refuting that at all. But listen, if you couldn't even trust me with the debit card, y'all like you couldn't even trust me with the debit card. We don't need to talk about betroth. We need to work on number one, trust. Because I'm gonna be real, my old lady has access to all of my money. Accounts, logins, all that. And my ex did too. So I had my ex's card. I drove her car for the first. When I met my ex, before I got into trucking, I made $12,000 a year. I drove her car. I had a card to her shit, everything. And by the time me and her relationship really started going downhill, I was making $100,000 a year. Maybe she looked at it as, oh, I took a bet and it worked out, but she didn't hit me with no, oh, well, you gotta be a man. She never said none of that. For 2 years, I was just driving and swiping, baby. And when my calling came around and my time to shine came, it came. She didn't hit me with, oh, you need to be a man. Why? Because if she would have hit me with that, that's a given. That's a given. Hold on one second. Hold on, I got someone else calling. Hold on one second. Law.
Yo.
Have you been listening?
I've been listening briefly to you and Sherelle, man, but I definitely want the recap. Give me the recap, my boy. Give me the recap.
Listen, the original question is, can a woman be a boss and a wife? And I said, yes, she can. Then we caveated over to, we eventually got to the point where I was like, well, men take care of women that don't make a bunch of money. And then I start kind of pressing Sherelle on what if I didn't make no money and I lived in your house and I had to get your debit card? And Sherelle said, you ain't getting my card. And
Of course she did.
I was like, hold on,
Of course
because
she did.
men give the card out faithfully and take care of women that don't make more money.
Facts.
So, you know, King said that's more of a trust issue.
Who said that, King?
King said that's a trust issue that I couldn't get the card.
Right. It is.
So in that situation, let's say that you were in that situation with your old lady, and you had got down to the point where you were in the 20,000s a year, and you need debit card from your old lady. Do you think your old lady will let you get that debit card for 3-4 years until you got back on your feet?
Man, let me tell you something, bro. My girl is a boss, so I got a different type of situation. And I've been on the other end, you know what I mean? I've been on both ends of the spectrum, and let me tell you, this end of the spectrum is so much better, bro. It's so much better, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I love this conversation, because I've been on both ends. Like, I could speak from my actual reality perspective of having a woman that's
making more
and having a woman that's just basically at the time I was just, I don't know. I don't want to get into that. I'm not gonna bash her. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know what I mean. I was the quote unquote man of the house. You know what I mean? Paid for everything, did everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that
she should get a card up.
She should get that card up. If you don't trust him, why you with him?
Ooh.
Why you with him? You shouldn't be with him. You shouldn't be with him. You trust him with your vagina.
Oh.
You don't trust him with a card.
Whoa.
He's swiping that thing. Unlimited access. You know what I'm saying? He got an unlimited account on your vagina, but he can't hold that debit card.
That's a good question.
I'm just saying, if he got unlimited access to the sweet
Sacagawea,
the sweet divine, you know.
So you saying if a dude can swipe that ATM, he should be good for the card?
Facts, and he should be pressing her about it, and he should be discussing, what he's swiping, and they should be going over that together. And she should have enough trust in that man to know that he has their best interest at heart. If she don't believe that, then why you letting them swipe the
box?
Why you letting them swipe the? I'm gonna think of another word for that just for this segment, but just give me a second. But swipe the box, swipe the box.
So you saying if a man can't have access to your account, he should not be able to at night mount. Period.
If he can't get the card, then he shouldn't be able to get it hard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just, and that's reality.
She got needs too.
From what aspect, though? What you mean needs too?
She has needs too. Like she said in the joint, she said double standards exist in life. She got needs too. So
they do exist. It's just like everything has a action and a reaction. So if you got a guy that ain't got any ambition, or he can't even win over your trust, he definitely shouldn't be winning over your box. If he can't talk you into helping him financially, then he shouldn't be able to talk you into helping him sexually. And I do get it. I do get it, though. I do get it. Some women just, like
they
you
feel
said,
like they should be getting the card. You should, like, they should be the one receiving the card. And you as a man shouldn't even, because she's like, well, you need to take care of yourself as a man. And it's like, hold on, because we take care of women when they want to switch careers all the time.
Yeah, man, don't fall for that. That's not true. They've been doing it for years. Just be like, oh, okay, that's what we on. So if I hit the lotto for 100 million, I shouldn't bless you at all, huh? I should look at you and go, take care of yourself. You're a woman. You're a big girl. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Like, nah, that ain't how it works. We all know how this works. Men have accepted their roles for years. It's time for women to step up. Step up, sweetheart. Step up to the plate.
Listen, women, I'm about to open the door and let other women get in here. Okay?
Listen.
It's about to get reckless.
Listen. All the women, don't come in here bashing me, please. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no sweetheart. I got a woman, and she does everything that we talking about. She does all of this, and she's not feeling no type of way about it.
Hold on. I'm about to open this door for the women to come in. Brandy Smith, I see you. You don't got to turn on the camera. Highway Journey, you don't got to turn on the camera. I'm going to let you in here free. Women only, hit the link. And we're going to see, first of all, we're going to see if they got Sherelle's back.
It's going to get rough.
It's about to get rusty up in here. First of all, how many women are in the live? Sound off for me. Let me back you out, Law, because I'm going to get some women up in here.
Go ahead, do your thing.
How many women are in the live? I'm about to hit this link. Where the women at? Sound off, because y'all get real quiet when we get to talking. Come on now. Y'all got to represent yourself. Sherelle can't be in here by herself now. Come on, dog. Come on now. Is you giving up the card is what we want to know. I know, Brandy. I'm about to drop the link. Is you going to hit it? Is you going to hit the link right there? Hit the cash out for the love if this is helping you burn miles. Come on now. Show me some love, bro. Come on. Where the women at? King, it's about to get rough in here. King, it's about to get rough.
Oh, okay, listen, fam. I'm about to speak some real. Can I cuss right quick?
Say what you got to say, bro.
I'm about to speak some real shit, and this coming from a boss dude. I was trying to hold out on it, but look, I'm gonna put you in a boss mind.
Right.
Okay, I really wanted you to put me in here on with Sherelle so I can just, let her know, like, look, I'm not against what she's saying, but if she wants to be this boss that she want to be, the time is going to come. Only reason why I say that she's young, because she never really experienced the real portion of to being a boss here. She's still trying to get there. And she will. And she will. I'm not, look, it's a lot of people that's been talking, but it's been a lot of double standards. My thing is that, okay, listen, if you're going to be a boss, right? And if you're a boss like you say you are, big bosses make real boss moves. Let's just say if I got a girl and she's struggling and she need help, I can't let my girl struggle like that. I need to find a way to make her get to my level so she can really know how to be a boss when it really comes down to it. Now, I'm going to help her out as much as I can. I'm going to give her an opportunity to show me that she can be a boss. Because like Sherelle said, it's levels to being a boss. But you have to really know how to put somebody in position to be a boss.
Right.
So my thing is that, okay, I got this girl, right? And I'm over here balling out of control.
Mm-hmm.
If I want her to be on the same level as me or get her at least until my aspect or over, I can show her how to be there. But she got to be willing to want to listen. She got to be able to want to learn in order to make that boss move. So I'm going to give her a proposition. Let's take my company, for instance. I make big money. I done made big money in my company. It's been ups and downs, just like everything. Jay-Z and Beyonce has had ups and downs.
Right.
Everybody that's a billionaire, millionaire has had ups and downs, bro. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is that I'm going to give you a proposition to help me make this money. since you want to be a boss. I'm gonna put you in a boss situation. Okay, I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna help you. You can be an accountant in my company because accountants make six figures. Depends on the company. You know what I'm saying? Accountant can make six figures. So if I put you in a position to where you can be an accountant and you can run that position well, I can put you in something higher than just being an accountant. I can make you a CEO, COO, a COO, because I'm the CEO. I'm gonna make you the COO to where you can be right there in my steady. But I got to know that you can do the small stuff first. Now, I applaud Sherelle on what she's trying to do and how she's trying to do it, but the reality is the life that we living right now. You got to be able to put in the work in order to get that to that status. It's not gonna just come easy, and plus, it takes more than one. It takes two incomes if you can't make it by yourself, because everybody needs somebody.
Facts.
You know,
But I mean, you know, why can't I get the card though? I'm confused why I can't get the card.
I mean, but bro, if it was me, I'm giving the card because I know how it is to struggle. I done struggled before without having nothing. So I'm not gonna let nobody struggle that's with me.
Right.
I'm gonna give you the card. I don't care. Just like you said, I'm gonna let my girl drive my car. I'm gonna let her get what she needs to. I'm gonna let her go to the store and get what she wants. If I'm over here balling out of control, why not let you? I shouldn't have to cash up you money. Just let's just say if her nails cost $200.
Right.
Ain't no sense in me sending you no 201 for the whole thing to go through. Just
Don't
use
swipe
the card.
back.
Exactly. But you know what though, TB? That's where
Yeah.
trust come in at. You in order to understand each other, you have to have trust. That's the biggest thing of becoming a boss.
And it
Trust.
seems like there ain't no trust there. Hold on,
It
I
ain't
got
no
a
trust
woman
because
that
of the
I got
money.
a woman that called in. I got to get in here. Hold on.
Okay.
So free. You're a woman, right? I can't see you.
Yes, sir. That is absolutely true. I'm all up in. I got so much to say. Where you want to start?
But real quick, I'm gonna have to
Oh,
press you about this card now. Listen,
come on, talk to me about this card, TB. What's up?
listen. When you gone, I be running out of money. So I just need you to get me an authorized card so when I can get gas, cigarettes, and black miles and all that stuff until I get straight. Can I get the card from you?
See, you can't necessarily get the card. You can get a couple dollars. You can get a couple dollars. I'm gonna see how you move with that couple dollars. See if you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do with it. And over time, you can elevate to that level. I'm gonna treat you like a bank. I'm gonna give you a little bit here, put you on a little payment plan for a couple months, see how you do it. Then I can give you a little bit more. But as far as getting my card and getting the PIN number and putting your name on it, hell no, 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 no,
Wow,
no, no,
damn,
no. Because
dog.
see now we gotta get an understanding. We gotta get some boundaries established. Are we just kicking it? How long we been kicking it?
Darling, we together. I live
Okay,
with
but what
you.
that mean though?
That means we together. I live with you. Our fluids have mixed a couple hundred times. We live in the same place. Our mail comes to the same place.
Okay, but how long we been together though? Like how long?
Okay, we'll call it 2-3 years we've been together. I hit
Two,
a
three
rough patch.
years.
I hit a rough patch. I'm about to go back to school and do my YouTube thing, and I'll probably only be making about 20 grand for about 3 years. So I'm gonna need the
I
card
tell you
about you.
what. I tell you what. I tell you what. This is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. We're
Okay.
gonna go down to the bank. And we're
Right.
gonna open you up an account, right? I'm gonna start you out with about. You said you're gonna start going to school. You said 2, 3 years. I'm gonna put you on the lounge, but you gonna have your own account. Let me see. I can start you off with what? 1,000, maybe
So you gonna feed
five
money into
hundred.
the account, but I can't get
I
a
got
card to
access to it at
yours.
all times. You got your own card. You ain't touching my card. Not at all. Uh-uh.
But what about the men who get a old lady a card? How's that different though?
I mean, because number one, that's what you're supposed to do.
I'm done. This is what see
And
this is
and and wait, but wait a minute. If you take it upon yourself and you see your girl is doubting, or you see she trying to get herself together,
Right.
and you give her the card or whatever, how you doing it, that's cool. But
You can't do that.
when it's the other side, it kind of gets tricky because now the women feel like, okay, now I got some power over this man. Now I can kind of control the money. I don't really care about you getting the box. I'm gonna give you the box, but you're not gonna take my money. You're not gonna take my
So
kitty and leave me broke. That's how some women think.
Hold up. You gonna give me the Sacagawea? I
See,
got
that's what I'm
access to
saying.
that, but I don't got access to the card.
You hear the double standard. You see, I've been in the comments. You hear the double standard. Why is it that I'm valuing what's in my bank account more than what's between my legs? And from the last I heard it, the old cats I hang around, they say it's more power in the box than it is in the bank account. So why am I putting such emphasis on not giving you access to my money, but you hitting this thing all day long raw sometimes? Shit, if I end up pregnant, then what?
That's my question to you. So why you ain't giving up? You got to get caught up. You got to give me the card.
See, like I said, I wouldn't necessarily give you my card. I just think we can set up and you can get your own card. And I can still boss you up, but this is your money. I wouldn't touch it. This is your money.
So you would rather throw the money in the account than give me actual access.
But see, who is building that account from the get-go for you, though? I'm putting racks in this account for you to pour from it anytime. Okay. I'm not pulling nothing from it.
Okay.
This is your startup account.
You know what? I think that is a I'm not gonna lie. That's a doable compromise.
You know what I'm saying? Let me see. That's a compromise. This is not a double standard. Okay. You talking about trust? Show me that I can trust you. I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna hold you down. I'm gonna keep, you know what I'm saying, putting them deposits in. Right. But let me see where you putting the money at. You claim you going to school for this. Okay, let me see what that bank account says. Liquor store, cigarettes. That don't sound like no YouTube class to me.
I'm going.
You been at the strip club? Oh hell no! Shut down. Deactivate all accounts. Oh God.
So you saying it's not just a simple no? Is you know what? Because technically, I just need the extra money to get me through. So setting up an account and you putting the money in there, and me having a card to it, that is a compromise. That's a good compromise.
It's teaching you a little bit of responsibility, and it's teaching you're not going to spend up all my money though. It's going to be regulated. It got to be regulated.
So let's flip this around. Right?
Let's do it.
Now you in my house.
Oh right? Boy.
And you see now you done with
I talked to it now. Yeah.
You done with trucking, you about to restart and everything. Do you want the card?
When you say I'm
you want the card, don't you?
It depends. Did you say I'm getting ready to go back to trucking, or I just kind of set away from trucking?
This the point is, you ain't getting the money you was getting. You need the card.
Okay, so check this out.
Do you want the card?
Say less. See, we started this conversation talking about boss chicks. Do a man want a boss chick? But wait a minute. It does. If I claim to be a boss chick in the beginning and now the things have suddenly shift, if I was doing my boss thing in the beginning, I should have more than enough stacked up. I don't need your card.
But that ain't what I'm asking you.
But
I'm asking you.
If you asking me personally,
you gonna take the card?
I ain't gonna take the card.
You gonna say no to the card?
I ain't gonna take the card.
I swear y'all women on here.
No, because look, if I was a boss chick when you met me,
right,
and the income is shifted. Remember, we talking about boss chick. I was a boss chick in the beginning. You said things change. I'm not making as much money.
Right.
But if I'm such a boss chick, I should have been stacking up on the side to the point I shouldn't have to use your card.
Yeah, but listen, so free. Trump went broke 4 times in the 80s, darling. So you being a boss is irrelevant to you going broke and needing help.
But at the same time, I'm not going to be so full of pride that I'm not going to let my man help me. That's what I got you for.
So the question resides, are you going to take the card?
Fuck it, TB. I'll take the card.
I knew you. I know.
I'm going to take the card.
You going to take the card. card. Now,
I
when it
mean,
was
I gotta
me,
take the card.
you and it was me. No, because technically I could have, you account. I did all that whole rigmarole with you. I just gave you the card. You ran
But
off
see,
with the
you didn't say
joint.
that. You asked me simply plain, was I gonna take the card? Now you trying to add the sugar on the top, the salt on the
Look,
side. No, you can't do that.
Undone Censor said she took the damn
Look, she didn't.
card.
You gonna want me to take the card anyway, so to help you out, I'm gonna go ahead and
Listen,
take the card, but I'm still gonna be pulling from my account.
I'm gonna be real. If you're able to touch me sexually, you're able to see my account. If I don't trust you with my account, I don't trust you with the pipe. Period. I don't do that.
See?
So if my old lady with me and she said I want to do something totally different, she got her own key to my card. She got access to my account. She has the code into my cell phone. All that. Oh, I want this. Swipe it. Do what you got to do. I got you. That's how I'm living, because I know, what if we done got a precipitation in my leg or something, I done went down and I need to lay up all day and I want, a little kissy mouth when I ain't making no money laying in the hospital bed. And I'm expecting the return on investment, right?
But absolutely, but you're bringing up a much larger issue, and we can dive deep into this. We can talk about this all night, TV. But when you start to flip them gender roles, it's a lot that comes with that.
Oh, no. See, how we flipping gender roles? I said I done hurt my leg. This is a thing that happens. That I hurt my leg. This is not
Life
a gender role
happens.
flip. I'm down right now. See, this.
I'm gonna hold you down.
You gonna hold me down, but then you in the back of your mind, you thinking about gender roles. Why are we thinking about gender roles while I'm down?
Because in the beginning, we've been talking about boss chicks and do men want a boss chick. We never really discussed the
it's known that
specifics of the
men-
background.
It's known that
But
men
if
don't
you
want boss
down and
chicks.
out and you just down and out right now, then I'm gonna hold you down to the fullest. Now we getting a little bit more specific.
I feel you, and I feel like so free. I can talk you out the card. I feel like I get the card from you. I feel
Oh,
like
you done took the card already. Case closed.
No, listen. I feel like if we were together and it was an understanding and seeing how we move, you saying the card is for trusted people only. And Sherelle is just saying, bro, I ain't getting you no card. I ain't helping you with no account, none of that. I'm not about to do any of that.
Mm-hmm. But there has to be some form of trust somewhere. I mean, y'all
Exactly.
laying down together, y'all sharing the house together. I mean, the man getting bills to your house. I mean, how much more trust do you need?
That's what I'm trying to say. Now, you said, see, this is what I like about what you said. You said, I may not give you the card, but I'm going to still give you the same amount of funds that you would need to get through. That's a compromise.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So we going to get it. Hold on. I got to bring someone else in. Stay in the queue. Oh, Lord. All right. Before I bring the last guest I'm going to bring in here, I'm going to hear from Law first, because I don't even want to be involved with what she about to say. Okay. So I can see her smiling in the queue. Stop smiling. You ain't cute. Just wait. You just wait. Law, what you think about that compromise?
I think that she is doing the same thing that niggas have been doing for centuries, bro. And it's bullshit. And to be honest, if her man don't talk her out of that damn card immediately, then get rid of him. That's what women do. Man, I'm
gonna be real. If
new standard in 2021.
I feel like if I could get her to open that account, if I kept talking to her, I could get that card.
Oh, of course you're gonna get the card. It's just all the bullshit you gotta go through to get the card.
And we wouldn't give that bullshit out.
I'm not mad, bruh. I'm not mad about the fact that she would probably that a man would have to go through all the bullshit. Because sometimes women got to go through all the bullshit before they get the card. You know what I mean?
Right.
At the end of the day, sweetheart, you giving up that card. You giving it up.
Hold
and
on,
let me put it.
Brandy, call back in. What you mean you couldn't get in? Call back in, Brandy. We want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah, we definitely want to hear. I'm definitely interested in what all the females got to say. But I'll say this, and I'll just leave it at this, okay?
Right.
Just give y'all a prime example, okay? Me, myself, and I, okay? As y'all know, I've discussed plenty of times that I have an extensive background, okay? I'm ex-military, ex-air traffic controller, ex-Department of Defense. I've lived in many countries. I've definitely made over six-figure salaries in my 20s, you know what I mean? Like, I've definitely been that guy for a long time. Now, I hit a snag, okay? You know how we talking about you hit a snag, right?
Right.
Now, the woman I'm with now, she didn't get to be with sweet butter soft leather. You know what I'm saying? She didn't get sweet butter soft law. Pulling up three cars, 4 cars. You know what I'm saying? She got I'm down on my luck. I'm down to my last car. I'm finna go lease this other car I just saw. I know I can get back and forth and do what I got to do with the kids. This is the man she met. She had no idea about air traffic control law. The guy that's international, going to Dubai and doing all this. She dealing with barber law. Now, at this time, I'm a barber. I'm lucky if I bring home $600-700 a week. You know what I'm saying? If I'm lucky, I'm having weeks where it's rough. You know what I mean? It's really rough, bro. I'm doing $200-300 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's really rough, especially for me. For some, that's not that bad, but for me, that's rough. So she trusted me enough where she like, boom, whatever you need, we're gonna get it together. Now, I don't know if the fact of the matter is that she was a sucker. I don't know if that's the case, or if she actually saw the potential in what type of person I am. And she's had plenty of background to figure that out, so I'm pretty sure she just figured out what kind of person I am, just based on my background and things that I have told her.
Right.
Now, I went from the guy that was down on his luck from when I met her to now, I definitely make way more money. I went from barber law to trucking school law to owning my own motor carrier law, all while I'm with this woman. And financially, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have been able to do things as comfortably. I would have still got it done. I would have still got it done. I didn't need her to get it done.
Right.
But I was able to do it comfortably. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to lose a step. Like, I didn't have to lose my I didn't have to pawn my chains. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what I'm telling women, and that's what I'm asking women.
Right.
If you trust him with your box,
yeah, you should be able to trust him with the card.
You should be able to trust him with the card. You shouldn't be sitting up here wasting your time. Now, if you're gonna waste your time with your box, fine, do that. But know that that's what that is.
Hold on, Law. We got Brandy Smith, and we got another woman in the building now. Let's see what she got to say. Hold on. Brandy Smith.
Yes.
Listen, Brandy, I'm dying right now. I'm gonna need the card about you. Is you gonna let me get the card?
I would give you the card.
Really? Well, all the other women said no, they didn't trust.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you give the card, and why do you think differently?
I only think differently because I was raised by older parents. I agree with the reason why they don't give you the card, but my parents are older. My siblings are older, so my reasons are different than
So you feel
a lot of the other girls.
So if you feel like if we already to the point where the box is exchanged, you can get a card out.
Huh?
You feel like if we to the point where we already together and sexual and living together, the card is nothing.
Yeah. If I trust you enough to share my body with you, then yeah, I'm gonna trust you enough to share my card with you.
Sherelle says, how old are you?
I'm 41.
Sherelle, she got you. She's older than you. She was about to be like, she only like 29. Hey, hold on. Listen. All right, Brandy Smith, you agreed with me. I appreciate you for agreeing with me. Let me get the card, get my cigarettes and Slurpees and all that. I appreciate that because I just needed twos and fews to get back and forth to school. That's all I needed. And they acted like I was going to run their card up there, like I was going to go to the strip club or something. I just need a little gas money. That's all it was. It'd have been about $70, $100 a week I needed out the car. That's it. But that's how they do you. That's exactly how they do you. Hold on. Say again?
I agree with a lot of reasons why they didn't. I agree with some of the reasons why they didn't. However, I also was raised by older parents. Mothers all of my siblings are 17 older than me. So my
They
nieces
pass
and
that card back
nephews
and forth
are
with
my
no
age.
problem.
Yes.
So
So my thought process is a little different than most of the women that are my age because my parents are older.
hold on now. Hold on. I got to bring my last female guest in here. Can you wait in the queue for me? Listen, Brandy Smith told So Free and Sherelle that you would have lost your man, but I'm keeping mines. Baby, take that card and go on to the Piggly Wiggly. I ain't worried about it. Look up, darling. I'm about to pull you in. Pay attention. Make sure that breast meat covered. Here it go. Two fly truck. Bang.
I can't do this with you.
Two fly. Listen. I done lost everything. I done lost my channel.
Mhm.
I done lost it. The truck got repoed. I ain't got that. So yeah, I ain't got that. I gotta start over from the beginning because I'm changing division. So I'm only gonna be making about $500 a week. Now listen, you got a good job. They flying you to different chef stuff. And while you're gone, I be running out of money. Darling, can I get the card up off you?
Not only can you get the card is in your name.
Whoa,
so we'll just go to the bank and you have full access to the card. I'm gonna tell you why.
Tell me why.
Lord have mercy. Ladies, I know y'all gonna hate me, but it's for the greater good. Listen. I think that it's unfortunate that women have to come to men to ask them how to be received or how to be taken into a relationship, because technically you are surrounded by women who are not willing to be honest and be forthright with you and how to properly select men. Men have something that women just don't have. Men have integrity and enough foresight to let the next generation of men know what to look for, what to be wary of, and things of that nature. Women, for some odd reason, we're not honest with the next generation. So what will happen is you'll have someone like Sherelle who's going through life trying to figure out what's going on, and none of us older women will pull her to the side and say, listen, sweetheart, been there, done that. You might not want to use that route. And we continue to perpetuate a cycle that's detrimental for the younger women because, again, they don't get, it's not about a double standards. It is what it is. So you can have this whole, I'm a boss, I'm this, I'm that, but none of that matters. Like TB was saying, it's the relevancy of understanding that if you want something the same way you wanted to have money, the same way you wanted to have a car, the same way you wanted to do this, you're going to have to tackle this the same manner, in which is you completely erasing everything you think you know, everything that you've been told, and you're going to have to go at this with both eyes wide open. So
yeah. You're saying that she should have gave me the card.
Card should, I mean, First of
all, why do I get the card and the authorization? Why do you think? Because okay, now I got to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
Are they wrong on I could be spending up their money and I could be doing all that? Are they wrong on that? Because that does happen. You hear stories of that happening.
But we don't know a lot of people honestly enough to know. And another thing we have to realize, there has to be a separation from you building your household separate from the world. So when we go out for trying to have a Beyonce or Jay-Z relationship or celebrity relationships or the freak down the street type of relationship and stuff like that, we have to remember that those situations are not yours. And so when you come into a situation, first of all, you got to wipe the slate clean. There cannot be things that has happened in your past that will trip you up into your future. Because like I said, if we were to put this synonymous with the things you achieve, you didn't let that bum nigga that wasn't on your level stop you from getting to be a boss chick. So you got to stop putting these parameters and the nuances that does not matter. If you want to be who you want to be in life, nothing should be a deterrent from that. Now, if you want to be a wife, you're going to have to learn how to be a wife. If you want to be a girlfriend, you're going to have to learn how to be a girlfriend. But you cannot put all these parameters and say, okay, well, I'm going to do it, but this has to be this and this, because nothing's perfect. Nothing will be in that mind space. So I think that's where a lot of, like I said, a lot of women, and it's funny because you told her you should talk to Two Fly first before we get into this, because you know it's going to be a little crazy, and it's because it's sad that women have to go to a Kevin Samuels or go to a another man to ask when they have women and pillars of women in their community that could tell them the truth. But women don't, they will not. You'll have a person that's in their 40s and their 50s, and they will lie to that woman's face and say, girl, get him for his money. Don't let your left hand show what your right showing. Girl, don't do that. He should be a man. And those are such falsehoods. And so, you know, I think that's
those rhetorics that, so if Sherelle was to go to an older woman, and let's say I asked for the card and she was to run it by an older woman, they would tell her, no, he should have his own card.
Bingo. That's where, I mean, essentially that's where she's getting it from, because she said, and you got to remember, Sherelle was raised by her father. So she should be going to her father for him to give her guidance into how to navigate, because he's the only one that's invested in her wholeheartedly. Like, he loves her unconditionally. So for her to use external ways to figure out how to do what she needs to do as far as securing a mate, she should definitely go to her father or people that's in her household that she trusts and love. Kind of like what we did with Aaron. Right. Aaron had, you know, his aunt pick up the phone, and I told him, I said, do you respect your aunt? Yes. Then that's a person's opinion you should validate wholeheartedly.
Now, what do you think of So Free's compromise, where I'm gonna give you the money you need and a card? What do you think about that compromise where it's like, yo, I'm gonna take care of you of what you need. You got a card and everything with the money on it, but until we get to that point, you're going to do it this way. You still getting the money you need. You still getting everything you need until we get to that point. What do you think of that compromise?
I mean, if that's something that both parties can agree on, I don't think it's a problem with that. I think the problem is we're trying to have it where people agree with us. You don't need no one to agree with you for you to have a successful relationship. If it works for you and that person, it works for you and that person. You got to stop going externally out to seek validation if your relationship works. If you are worried about you and that person, nothing else matters. And that's the problem. We want it to be, okay, I'm here, but does everyone see that I'm still a boss? Does everyone see that I'm holding my man down? Does everyone see that you don't have to do that. If your household is your household, it stays. That's your world that you build. So why are you trying to have something that's collaboratory for the outside world? It's just the stupidest thing in the world.
Okay. My next question before I bring other people in, how much you gonna put on my card? That's what I want. How much can I get on the card, baby?
Well, you don't have an allowance. You just have access to what I have access to.
So I got access to all your money.
You do have access to all my money.
Okay. Because, you know,
I mean, we're not. Yeah.
I got the card. I just ain't swiped it yet. That's what I want. I ain't swiped that joke yet, so I'm about to leave here now. Go to Guitar Center and swipe it up.
So hold on, wait. Chaz Moreau said, "Too fly, fuck with you, but you capping. You know damn well you ain't giving no nigga no card if he ain't got shit going for him, unless you want to end up with bad credit. Hold on, wait. Unless you want to end up with a bad credit or a baby mother or a broke nigga. I was married to a fuck boy. I was married to someone that did not necessarily have any money or anything. And I still treated him as a man, because him being a man has no, as a black woman, I have no right to tell him how to be a man, how to operate a man, because here's the thing. I have to take accountability for me laying down with him in the first place. So that's not my job. My job is to always make sure that I'm good. If the situation is not cool and at any time this thing takes a misstep, it is up to me to say, okay, you know what? This is not working for me. I need to change because I'm unhappy. But I don't have the right to tell someone what to do the same way. I don't want no one to tell me what to do. But like I said, a lot of you guys want the absolute validation, from everyone else but the person that matters. Who opinion matters most? Who opinion matters the most?
The one eating that box.
Yeah.
I mean, this fool in the house eating box. box, bringing you oodles
Sucking
and noodles when you
toes.
see, sucking toes, eating booty, and you couldn't even give me the card. No. Hold up real quick. Let me bring some of the men in here real quick. Two Fly, I'm about to back you out real quick because
No problem, baby.
You done made the room hot.
Oh.
And I need that new roadcaster. So if you see that $600 deduction, you know what it is.
I got you, baby.
Get money. Listen. Oh God, I gotta start at the beginning. King the Trucker.
With their life versus what's being
His fool got the video on. He ain't even paying attention. Law.
Yo,
You Two Fly say she gonna give him access to the account.
Two Fly, real one, bro. Two Fly, real one. Two Fly is too old for the games. Let me tell you something, ladies. See, when you get you a real nigga, this is what he gonna do for you. This is why real niggas don't get that card. I'm getting that card. Cause listen, this is what I'm gonna do for you. Okay? You wanna go to work, right? Because you a boss, you're making all this money. When you get home from work, your food gonna be there. Your food gonna be there. And you still getting the foot rub. What more can you ask for in a regular day besides your meal? When you get home, you walk in, you're not washing my clothes. I don't even let my girl wash my clothes anyway. I like washing my own clothes.
I have a clothes washing service. I don't have a maid, so I don't do that.
Oh,
Keep going.
Excuse me. Pardon me.
That was
you don't have to come home. You don't have to come home. You don't have to wash no dishes. You don't have to pick up no clothes. Pick up around the house. I probably had the kids do that anyway. You know, I had to slave. You know what I'm saying? Knock that out before you got to the crib.
Right.
Not only did I have the slaves fully in there shucking and jiving, I got the meal ready for you. All you got to do is come home. Either if you really hungry, eat your food first, or go on and get in that shower. Go on and get in that water. Then when you get out the water, I got your food right there. I got your favorite show keyed up on the DVR. I got it all ready. All you got to do is come in and hit play. You ain't got to search for it. You ain't got to look for it. I know what you
Theory
like.
on Smash already.
I got Law and Order on cue, baby. It's already get past the commercials, baby. Mariska Hargitag is sitting there on the screen just waiting on you to hit play. Boop. I got your food. I got your show on. You're out the shower. All you got to do is prop your foot up, cock them joints sideways, put them on my lap, and I'm going to rub your feet. And you're going to watch some Law and Order, and you're going to be nice and refreshed so that you can get up and you can go get the bag tomorrow. Because that's what it's about. You got to get right back up and get the bag tomorrow. And how else am I able to do that if I'm down on my luck or something happens? Let's say my card glitched up or whatever. Now I got your card. I can just swipe Chipotle. Swipe Ferrero Chocolate.
I'm done.
Swipe Chipotle bowl just the way you like it. Extra sour cream. I got you. Extra sour cream. I got you.
You got her with her card.
I got. Dang, he said I sound like a simp. See, that's why because he got broke. He got a broke ass bitch.
Ooh.
I sound like a simp because he got a broke ass bitch. He ain't never had a bitch buy him a house.
Ooh.
He ain't never had a bitch buy him a car.
It's getting thick.
He ain't never had a bitch that put a card in his name that got $40,000 worth of credit on it. I sound like a simp. Yeah, okay. I sound like a simp in my car, my house, and everything that's paid for with a $40,000 credit limit on my credit card. That ain't in my name. That ain't in my name or on my credit score. I got my own cards. This simp got his own cards. I got my own credit, but I also got a backup credit with on her account for $40,000. So yeah, I'd be the fucking simp. I'd be a monkey. I'd be a monkey.
Yeah,
I'll be a monkey.
First of all, tomorrow's show is What is a Simp? Because I don't think y'all have no idea what a simp is.
Yeah, a simp is a nigga that live in an apartment and steady pimping bitches and ain't getting shit out of them. He just motherfucking feeding a goddamn Hennessy all goddamn night, getting a drunk fucking her and then gotta drop her off. You gotta call her a lift. I don't call my bitch no lift. My
Flux
bitch pull up.
capacitor.
My bitch pull up.
Hold on. We gonna get into that. That's for the later. That's for the later, John. I got my boy Trucker Josh in here. Okay, let me pull Trucker Josh in. They done got law hot. Trucker Josh, let's be real. First of all, is Trucker Josh the first white guy to call into New Regime? I don't know, but we're gonna hear Trucker Josh's thought process on should he get the card. Trucker Josh.
How you doing, TB? I mean, it depends on the woman. Like, I dated a woman, I messed up my leg at a job, and she held me down. Like, I damn broke it. Took care of my bills. She helped me with my medical. And when she went through some stuff with her family, I helped with her mother's funeral and stuff like that. She was still a boss chasing that money, but she still know how to be in a relationship. Instead of trying to compete with me, she was still beside me. So that's a very fine line, I think, that most people don't know how to finagle. Right. If that's the correct word.
No, that's a good word.
I mean, it's just people are always in a competition with one each other because they're so used to being signal, or the mama taught them something, or the dad says, no, forget all chicks, it's all about you. It's compromised to a certain degree. You got to hold your boundaries, but you could bend it a little bit. You know what I mean?
So when your leg was down, she was paying your car note and cell phone and everything?
Nah, like she helped me with rent and stuff like that, my medical, because I literally just started working at the job probably maybe 2 weeks, and I was doing a local gig and I just slipped off my I was getting down, I slipped and I almost broke my leg.
Wow.
So they're just like, no, you're done. Bye. So I was like, all right, cool. So I was just trying to see what side gigs I can get and stuff like that. But my doctor said, no, you need to rest. So I told her and everything. She's like, I got you. And
man,
she was a good girl. I mean, we ended it, but she moved to Cali. I didn't want to move to Cali, but I still hit her up here and there.
Hold up, Trucker Josh. I got to stop you right there.
What?
This woman, hold on now. See, this is part of the reason they don't want to help out. Now, listen to what you just said. She helped you out. She did that. And just because she wanted to move to the communist nation of California, you couldn't go with her?
Well, this is a little backstory on that. She was going to go help. She wanted to go there because of job, but her ex was there and she wanted to help him. And he was always trying to get into something, always try to start a fight with me and stuff like that. So I was just like,
too much drama. It was too much drama.
Yeah, I'm Portuguese. I got a little quick temper. You know what I mean?
Yes, you ain't trying to deal with it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But she understood, like, when I was in truckage, there's days I just couldn't call her. I was like, yo, like, hey, you know what I mean? Because like first, before we dated, I was regional. So I said, hey, I got 15 minutes. I'm going to sleep. So are you willing to talk? She says, nope. All right. Hit her up in the morning. Hey, miss you, love you. Typical shit.
Cupcaking.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You got to keep that thing, like, hey, baby, I miss you. My beard's kind of a little dry. I need that little good. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. I'm up in the Northeast. It gets dry out here in the wintertime.
Yeah, you need a little tender loving care. But hold on, Josh. I need you to stay in the queue because I got to bring the women back in. Give me 1 second. Right. You gave me a good point of view. Hold on. Sherelle.
I'm back finally.
Listen, Trucker Josh says that she paid his rent and bills and everything while he was down. Everything. She paid it all. I'm not finished. Law says his old lady helped him out for a couple years. Bought the house and gave him a $40,000 credit card limit in his name, in his pocket as a backup. Whew. What do you say to those moves? Are they just like he said? Do you think that they just suckers, or what is that?
No, this is my thing. Cause I'm gonna start from the top. Okay, King came in and said he can teach a woman how to go from an accountant to a CFO or whatever. But this my thing. It seemed like men are so willing to let a woman be a boss when he's creating her, when he's building her to be a boss. Why is it such a problem for a woman to already come with her mind and her head on straight? That's helping you out. Because if we a power couple and we moving together and we got this thing that we want, if I'm already just as ambitious as you and you could teach me, of course you could teach me and lead me, but if you ain't gotta drag me and make me want to get up because I'm lazy and I don't want to work nowhere, I don't want to do nothing, what's the problem with that? I don't see a problem with that. But so why can I only be a boss when you make me that?
Right.
Another thing is that a lot of times men do like to deal with females who don't have nothing going on for themselves. And I tell men like about this all the time. Men will choose a woman who literally has nothing going on for herself because she's beautiful, because she's sexy. But that doesn't raise your children. That doesn't pay your bills. If anything is unfortunately happen to you, that's who got to be stuck raising your children. And a body can't raise your daughter. A body gonna have your daughter out here doing the same thing, hoeing herself out to get her a man to take care of herself. Sometimes you gotta think about it as at the end of the day, I understand. And then when Two Fly said about I should go to my parents, I came here because I thought it was gonna be a nice conversation. Somebody comment on it. My daddy's 72 years old. So I understand what the other girl was saying about having older parents. My daddy about to make 73 next month on the 16th.
So you think
My
his
daddy, my daddy,
information
my
doesn't
daddy took
match?
care of me. My daddy never paid. I never paid a bill in my daddy house. My daddy said, "You don't take care of me." My daddy won't even go to baby showers. Y'all telling me my daddy was born in the damn 40s. My daddy don't play that 50-50 shit. My daddy say men take care of home. A man who don't work don't eat. My daddy
So
done built the Superdome in the States.
so I
My
have a
daddy will cut grass, do whatever.
Sherelle, I have a question. Was your daddy looking for a boss?
I don't think my daddy was no. My daddy wasn't looking for a boss.
So what type
But
of
my
woman
daddy,
was he
but the
interested
women
in?
that my daddy dealt with was boss women.
In the 40s, how were they boss? How were they boss
No,
women at
like
a
the
time
one
where women
I
had
was
no
born in.
rights?
I wasn't born to the 90s. But the
Oh,
woman that
oh,
my daddy
wow.
dealt with after that, you see what I'm saying? The woman that my daddy dealt with me and my brothers and sisters, their mothers, all those women are accomplished.
But I understand they're all accomplished. But did he marry any of them?
Yeah.
So
I
he
mean, like
married an
six.
accomplished woman and stayed with him during your childhood, or he may
Not
had
not
multiple women.
he got married, then he cheated, and he got married again and cheated.
He cheated.
Yeah, my daddy had 12 baby mamas, and a lot of the kids lap within age.
Jesus, 12? That is
Yeah.
bananas. Hold on. King is tripping. Hold on. King.
Hey, look, I need you to put me in with Sherelle. I need to Dr. Phil her real quick. So we both could get a good understanding. Because it's all over the place, because she over here 1 minute, then she over here the next minute, and it's a lot of double standards and a lot of people conversation. I'm trying to bring this to a head and understanding. And
Okay,
and,
okay.
and, and they understand and they miss and she's kind of misunderstanding what I'm saying.
Hold on. I'm gonna back out, and it's gonna be you and Sherelle. Now listen, y'all both have to remember that y'all
We
have to
got it.
speak and take turns, because if they
Exactly.
all
I'm a
jumble together.
narrator. I'm a narrator for you. I got it. Sherelle. Is she there?
I'm here now.
You hear, Sherelle?
Yeah.
Okay, so look, let's just take time to calm down and let's be rational about this and let's speak it from a real aspect in real life. I get where you're coming from. I get everything that you trying to do. You know, I don't disagree with what you want to do. But the thing is, though, you got to take it from somebody who's been a boss and all that kind of stuff. So, in order to make it work, I'm not saying that I'm not gonna drag you through to try to get you as a boss level, because I'm bringing you in because obviously I see something in you, right?
Right.
So if you want to be a boss, you got to, it's different levels. You got to take, it takes steps. It don't happen overnight. It takes steps to be a boss. First off, you can't be at work and bringing the same problems saying that you're a boss at home. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all both are a power couple, y'all need to get work together, not against each other. But if I'm the one with the bread and you down, I'm going to make sure that you straight. Because when we have meetings with different people, I'm going to need you to be on the same level as me, or is not over me. Because it might be something that you know that I don't know. I'm not downing you for nothing that you're doing. But what I'm saying is that you still have to compromise on both ends. It's not always about who got the most money. It's not all about who can do this or do that. A real power couple or a real boss is people who work together and people who understand each other. That's the only way that this boss thing is going to work, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's why I had TB to bring you on here with me so we can understand each other or what you think a real boss chick really is.
And now this my thing. I never was saying I was a boss. This is what she took this from the post and said this. Now, if somebody look at me, I might do come off as a boss, or somebody might say it. I don't do just trucking. I do real estate. I do buy houses with tax lien. I flip that. I do buy cars from the auctions and I resell that. I do have stocks. I do have Bitcoin. I do have different streams of revenue to make myself better because of what I come from. I come
Exactly.
from real humble beginnings. I come from people who didn't have shit, and that's not a life I want for myself. So when I turned 18, I hit the ground running with work and school. This trucking shit is just what I wanted to do because it's this. I got a degree. I got an associate's degree in fucking psychology, and I
It's
have a
okay.
bachelor's
It's
degree
okay.
in criminal
Just calm
justice.
down
But
and
so this
just,
is what I'm saying. Like
I got
what I'm doing, I never did that to try to be nobody wife. I just looked at it as I didn't like my situation or situations around me,
you.
and
Okay,
not going
okay,
into the
okay,
world.
okay, okay. Let me stop you right there. Now, with that being said, with what you just said, it's not going to work for you because I'm gonna tell you why. You don't want the traditional things for as having a man because you want to be the boss, right? And wait, it's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, though, Sherelle, is that you're not ready for that other level because you want to be the boss of all bosses. And there's nothing wrong with that. Because if you don't feel like you want a man to share your riches, then that's you, Sherelle. You can't beat yourself up for having your own assumptions of what you want to be as a boss. No one else can judge you on how you feel about a boss because you have in your mind of what you think a boss is, but your mind is different from my mind. Your mind is different from TB's mind. Your mind is different from Two Fly mind. Your mind is different from Warren Buffett or whoever. It don't matter. Only you can figure out what you want for you and what works for you, regardless of what anybody else thinks. You can't go off of that. Live life for you, and that's
But
what's
that's what
wrong.
I'm saying. I'm living my life for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem.
Right.
I'm happy with the way my life is going.
And
It
if
really
you
was
happy
just
with
a
that, keep
question, and I
continue to
feel like
do it.
people just coming at me personally with this. Now, let me tell you another thing. With a lot of situations I see, my grandma was married off. So when I think about the women in my family that I know who was married, they was married because they couldn't work. They was
Right.
unhappy. They were being cheated on. They were being beat. They were being mistreated because they couldn't work. So
Right.
of course, when my grandma knowing that she was born in the 1920s, when seeing me grow up, my grandma was telling me, be a woman to be able to take care of yourself because you can't depend on a
Yeah.
man.
But
You
Sherelle,
don't want a man to leave you and you not have nothing, right? So let me finish
right?
though. Let me
I
finish.
get it,
But let me
but
finish. And another thing I see a lot of women taking care of men and holding men down. I have been somebody who's took care of a man and helped a man try to get back on his feet. And you know what a man will do when he get back on his feet? Run clean
dog
the
the
fuck
girl.
away from you.
Exactly. And you know what, Sherelle? And I agree with you with that because I'm gonna tell you why. If to me, in my opinion, that's weak niggas. If you got to feel like a girl got to bring you up and stuff like that, you being weak. That is weak minded. Because I feel like as long as the Lord or the Most High or whatever people believe in, I feel like if I'm able to get up every day and you know breathe another day, I can change from yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I always have a chance to change. But the thing is though, is people lose sight of what's really important in life. Everybody want to try to be like the Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kim K's, and when when
That's a
when
fact.
when you can't be like that right now. You got to live your life for you. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's simple minded to me that I feel like a woman got to bring me up because as a man, it's supposed to be a man's job to help the woman. But if you got a woman who want to be, if you got a woman who want to bring a man down for trying, then it ain't no point.
And I wouldn't agree with that. So this my thing. Just come because everything that we go through in life is what we see, what we reflect, the people around us, and what we see. Majority of everybody I know who been
She cut out.
Yeah, she had cut out.
y'all
What happened?
come.
Yeah,
She had
I
cut
mean,
out.
I get that.
Damn.
I get that, King the Trucker. Like from your perspective, it's just got to be a conversation of
Right.
what do you want. Like at
Exactly.
the end
What
of
do
the
you
day,
want
everybody
out of the
can't be
relationship?
Beyonce and Jay-Z. Now, some women need to come into reality and realize that all they want is some dick.
And bro, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I'm gonna be real all the way 100 with it. Only reason why she have the mind frame that she has because she's the youngest out of her oldest sister is I forgot what age she said, but she's younger. She's seen the time that she's been living with her people and seeing her people live. Her mind frame is still kind of set as that.
Yeah, she had a lot of siblings that sound like
She had a lot of siblings.
to
She the
watch
youngest
it.
out of everybody.
Yeah, she had a lot of siblings to watch fuck up and see do the dumb shit.
Exactly. So
Now
that's
she got
why
her
her
mind made
mind
up
is the
when
way
they
that
not
it
there.
is.
Hold on,
And I
people.
don't blame her.
Hold on. Listen.
I don't blame her.
This is
What's
the
that?
thing. This is the thing. And if you do have a bunch of siblings like that, number one, I want to touch on something. I also said to Sherelle that don't come over here and get offended.
Right.
Don't come get offended, because at the end of the day, you brought this question to me. I made it a subject, and we're going to expand on it. You can't be offended because you want to know how men feel, and this is how they feel.
This is how I feel. And
Now,
she got to go with it.
no, she said she's not offended, so that's good.
Okay.
Listen to me. If you do have all of those issues, that's going to tell a dude who got his stuff together that I don't want to deal with someone with all those issues.
Exactly.
They're going to say, well, you're bringing in all these other people's lives to our life, and I don't want to have to deal with that when I could technically just deal with a woman who don't have all those trust issues, and women, they don't have those problems. So
Right.
so when you're dealing with someone who has options, then they're going to be like, well, men, and I'm not saying this is right or wrong, but men are quick to throw the damage label on you and be like, nah, she got issues. So you gotta address them issues, a little bit first before going forward.
But
Because my thing is, you could deal with someone who didn't have those examples and be okay, and don't have
right.
those trust issues. Because it all boils down to trust issues. If someone says, "Oh, well, most men, a woman will hold them down," then A, B, C, D happen. I'm gonna say in my mind, okay, you got trust issues. Either you were done wrong or you seen somebody done wrong. Either way, I'm not about to deal with that.
And fam, can I be real right quick? I'm gonna be totally honest right now, bro. I can't let. I just can't. Me, I can be on the same team or the same page with a woman, but I can't let no woman overcome on thinking that I'm a nobody. Because the way that I am as a man, I'm a provider, but I'm a man first. I'm a man first. I'm a provider, and I'm gonna make sure that I can do everything in my body to make sure that we are both straight, regardless if she have the mind to get me farther where I need to be. Now, if we bring this together as a team, bro, we can both be powerful. No one is over nobody.
We ain't a team if you ain't giving that card up. That's a fact. You can't be a team if ain't no. If we can't even trust each other with our bank accounts, we ain't no team.
We ain't no team.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's where it started off at. That's where it started off at right there.
Right.
If I could trust you with mine, if I'm down, if you down, why you can't trust me with yours? If it's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It got to be fair. And people got to look at that like it ain't about, oh, I'm giving you my car, you finna spend all my money type deal. You know, it got to be trust somewhere in that. But I'm gonna tell you like this: if you don't have trust, bro, you don't have nothing. So it ain't even no point in even trying it.
Right.
If you ask me, and that's just real as I could get, bro. Because I mean, I'm a boss myself, and I had to hit her with an aspect of what does she really mean? What does it take? And I don't disagree with a lot of stuff that she said, but it's just like I said, she young. She's seen a lot of other people live, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. But when you are actually in that situation, then your whole mind frame is going to be different because you can't say what you will and won't do to be real. You can say it right now.
I know that when I'm in a relationship, my car, my card, my money, my bank account becomes the car, the card.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, just take the card, or you got the car, or is the car? It's not my car.
It's the car. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the car that we use to do what we need to do. That's all it is. Now, if someone chooses to jump out of the sanctity of our situation, then they lose access to, all of those things.
Right.
But
hey, bro, I can agree with her on this one thing. She did say, and I understand how she feel like this, and I'm not even mad at her for feeling like that because she is right on this aspect. She said you got a lot of women who will help the bum ass dudes out, but once they do get on their feet and they feel like that they the shit, then they run off on them, and that's not fair to the girl.
That's true, but I also said in the beginning of the video, because she was the first one in, I also said that we're not discussing bum-ass people.
Exactly.
The bum-ass people, you should never deal with bum-ass people, so they're not part of the conversation.
Right.
You're not part of a conversation. Hold on, King, I got to back you out. I got the people.
Okay.
Law, go ahead and get what you got to say out real quick.
Yo, so I think a lot of times, and a lot of things that a lot of times we as African Americans, we don't think the same way as other people in the United States right now because we all come from different cultural backgrounds. Us being from a slave background, so our trust issues are definitely not there because we really don't trust people for the most part. And I think that's where it starts. Like you say, if you got a girl, we ain't talking about your bitches. We're talking about if you got a girl. If you got a girl and you got trust issues, you shouldn't be with that girl. I mean, that's what it boils down to. And it also boils down to, like, if you work somewhere, maybe you should look either in your employment site or maybe at your church, but you should be asking questions and going over with that girl or woman, should I say, on what y'all goals are and what y'all expect from each other. And these are the conversations Black men aren't having. Now, young people in general are fucking retarded anyway, so I don't even like I said, I don't listen to them because they're not set up yet to even have these conversations because they too busy having fun. You know what I mean? And I get it.
Right.
I was that guy too. We all been there. You know what I'm saying? But as an older person, once you get older, once you like set your goals and try to figure out how to manipulate, because I think a lot of people speak like the word simp. That's a young ass word. Like what Buddy said. I'm not gonna hash on that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna beat up dude because he don't know me and I don't know him.
That's a fact. But tell me what is a simp? Let's get that out the way for good right now. What is a simp? You in so free? What is a simp?
Oh, to me, when I hear the word simp, I think it just describes a man as just being weak. That's just where I come from. A simp, like excuse my language, but a fuck boy, a man who not on his stuff, not on his grind. That's what a simp is. Where I come from.
What is a simp out in the Chicago law?
A simp is a nigga that just fall for anything. Just a goofball. Just a guy that he just ain't got no common sense. Like a simp to me is somebody that just falls for shit. Like you trick like simple shit like let me get your social security number. That's a simp ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like if you actually give somebody your social security number, you're a fucking simp. Because you just don't have a brain. Now doing stuff for others, if you consider that a simp, then I guess your mama's a fucking simp, nigga. I guess your mama's a motherfucking simp. If you think that because somebody does something for another person that they love, then your mama is the biggest fucking simp on the planet. So that's what niggas need to ask themselves. Really, what's love? What's dedication? What's motivation? Because you don't look at the people that love you and did the shit for you unconditionally as fucking simps. But you would sit up there and let a nigga treat his woman good and call him a simp when his woman is the closest thing to him, closer than his mama, closer than his kids. That's your fucking partner. That's your partner. That's the nigga that got your back at all times. That's your number one. That's your fucking vice president. Or president, depending on the situation. That's your president. So how the fuck how is that simple?
I thought a simp, when it came out, I thought the original thought process of a simp was a dude who's doing a bunch of stuff for a lady and not getting the draws. That's what I thought simp meant.
It's possible, I guess. I guess we all.
Yeah.
He's bringing food, he's paying car notes, and she's still like,
and she not doing nothing.
I just look at you as a friend. I don't look at you like that. And you keep doing it over and over. That is what simp. Now, what we do, we're morphing the word into a bunch of other things. Now it's just a derogatory term. Like, nigga doesn't mean what nigga really means.
Fact.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you're with somebody, she giving you the soggy bean juice, she washing your clothes, she making sure your kids is straight, she doing your paperwork and sending your insurance, because you know we suck at the clerical. She doing all of this stuff.
Absolutely.
She doing all of this stuff, and since I'm like, well, she got my debit card and she drive my car to work, I'm a simp? No, bro, that's not a simp. No, that's what you call a teamwork, partnership. Because my thing is the school that I come from is like my father tells me, okay, you putting this woman on your truck with you? Yeah, she on my truck with me. And you liking this girl? Yeah. Well, you understand when she get on your truck, you are responsible for her. You're responsible for her if she eats. You're responsible for what hotel she stays in. You're responsible for buying her feminine products. You're responsible for looking out for her when she's walking out there at night. And he says if it gets back to me that she's hungry or something like that, and I don't care if she blew all your money, it's your fault. Because you're in charge. You're the man. It's good if she has money understanding, but she ain't the one responsible for the money understanding at the end of the day. Because when it gets back to me, I'm going to ask, what were you doing? You're the man. You're supposed to direct the ship. So if the direction of the ship runs into a wall, who do I blame? I'm going to blame you. So don't take this woman on your truck if you're not willing to pay for all that food. And he said, watch you, because women like to eat. You're You're not paying for one Happy Meal, and women like to sit down and eat. Your bill's gonna go up, and if you want the soggy bean juice, but don't want to come with the responsibility of having it, you don't need to put it on your truck.
You know what? You know what I learned, bro? You know what I honestly learned? I learned that I learned what it's like to see a real woman in charge a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? When I was really young. You know what I mean? Because I was in the military, so I was used to seeing powerful, strong, smart women that were in charge. So now I could differentiate women from girls.
Right.
I've had sergeant majors. I've had sergeant majors in charge of thousands of soldiers, thousands, females, strong ass women. Like, if you don't do what she say, trust me, you're not gonna you're gonna be sorry that day or the next day. Like, it's gonna be a wrap for you, bro. She's in charge. Get over it. You know what I'm saying? She's the fucking boss. She knows more than you. And she might even be fucking stronger than you in some situations. You know what I mean? Not me, because I'm not a little nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? But still, the fact remains is that strong shit don't get you nowhere most of the time anyway. It's your brain power. And the fact of the matter is that woman knew way more than me. Way more than me. Life experience, job-wise, just everything all the way around. She just could fucking walk circles around me. So what I tell people is to, especially men, stop judging these women about their neck, man. Pay attention to how they are. If they're not the type of person that you want in your life, then change that. Change that. If they are the type of person you want in your life, be happy. It's that simple. I don't think we could even put gender on it no more, because like I said, with the way the world is going now, it's not a gender thing anymore. Women are making good money now, and women have shown that they could take care of a whole family while the nigga is locked up or this, that, and the third, or running the streets, or just a piece of shit. You know what I mean? So,
hold on, people. I got Darnell in here. He's the only one that sent the cash out. So Darnell's a paying customer. He gets to jump to the front of the line. Y'all need to back out 1 second. Big boy Darnell.
Yo.
I hope this conversation ain't too left field for you, Darnell.
Oh, no, it's never too left field, because I'm going to jump right in.
Go ahead, boss. You got the floor.
That queen and that boss shit is overrated. You're not a queen until you get married to a king, and then you have a kingdom. As far as that boss shit, that's just something to say. Because you want to try to show people you got it going on, but you really ain't got it going on.
So you think the word should stop being thrown around?
Yeah. Like, everybody's saying the queen, that's royalty, right?
Right.
Okay, now where's the court gestures? Where's the other folks that make up the kingdom? Nobody wants to be them, but everybody wants to be at the top.
Too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Correct. Not everybody can be a queen. Not everybody can be a king. In the kingdom, there's only one king and one queen. But I guess you can look at it from a standpoint of being married. You can't be a queen and you ain't got no husband. How you a queen and you ain't got no husband? I know women don't want to talk about that because I know they want to come on there and chew me up. I put it on Facebook. How you say you're a queen and you ain't even married? As far as I'm concerned, you're a princess.
Donnell. So what should they call themselves? Should they just say I'm a nice young lady?
Princess. Princess looking for the king so I can become a queen.
Okay. Okay, and the boss word, you don't like the boss word either.
No, I don't like the boss word because not everybody could be bosses. You can't have a business unless you have workers.
Mm.
And I don't even like calling nobody a boss, my boss. I think that shit is crazy. I'm with Damon Dash on that one, calling another man a boss.
Mm.
Calling my supervisor, not no damn boss. Hell with a damn boss.
Okay, that's
I don't
about
like
it.
to see other men do that.
So I mean, you just came through and just cut a sword through all the rhetoric, didn't you?
Yeah, basically. You
So
gotta
how do you,
call it what it. You gotta call it what it is, and stop sugar and stop making it more than what the hell it is.
mm. So okay, I see where you're going with that. Now, the question is, do men want a boss chick?
A feminine boss chick, not a
Right.
masculine.
Mm-hmm.
A female that's gonna play her part and be the helpmate, not taking over, telling you what she ain't gonna do and what this and what how it's gonna go and this and that. No, that sounds like a slave ruler, a slave master in a sense.
And she can't be a wife to you.
Say that again.
And she can't be a wife to you.
Well, no, this is somebody who you plan on having a future with.
Right.
Everybody has to play their part.
Mm.
For all those who are religious, the head of Jesus Christ is God. The head of Jesus, the head of man is Jesus Christ. And the head of a woman is the man. Not saying the man is the king of the castle, but we
But
make decisions together.
but according to their book, that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's how it goes, but I don't think it should be like, come in the house, where's my dinner?
Right. You shouldn't be abusing his power.
Well, I think you should chip in also. If you could cook a little something to help your wife, let's say she has the kids all day and she's not working, that's a job in itself. Come in and help your wife.
Right. Listen, Darnell ain't playing no biggity games.
Like,
hold on, Darnell.
like you can't cook. All right, go ahead.
I got a line behind you. You still good. I know how you get, Darnell. You get to breaking it down. Me and you gonna have to do a live, just me and you. We got to set that up. You on my IG?
No, but see, I've been on your Patreon for about damn near 2 years, paying $10 a month. I noticed you switched the format up.
Yeah, I did switch the format up. I'll get my information to you somehow. We'll figure out how we can text it. We'll work it out because I mean you got a lot of good stuff to say, and the direction that you be going in is the direction that this channel is going, where we're gonna get into a lot of off the wall stuff where it's away from just trucking. So we gonna work it out. But I got a couple of paying customers behind you. Give me a second. Mario Cardwell hit the up. Cash App just went through. Mario Cardwell hit the Cash App. He has the floor. Mario, have you been listening?
I have.
What you got to say, boss man?
Well, I was going, first of all, I agree with you about the whole simp thing. The way it was taught to me was it's an acronym. Somebody idolizing mediocre pool.
Mm.
One of them guys who, although he knows he's getting used and he's going way up out of himself, doing too much, trying to get the attention of a chick that ain't trying to pay him no attention.
And he keeps giving and not getting nothing back.
Of course. Also, like I was saying, I agree with the guy that was in front of me about queen and all these other terms being overused. Because yes, woman ain't a queen till she get married to a king. So until she done said I do, nah, baby, you ain't a queen. Sorry to break your heart, give you the bad news. And as far as another thing, the overused word is boss. If you ain't cutting no checks, you're not a boss. If you
Ooh.
don't literally have to go somewhere to a bank or to your computer and do payroll, even if it's just you paying yourself, you're not no boss.
Mm.
Just like this whole I'm a boss B, I'm a boss B. No, baby, you are an incorrigible headache. That's what you are.
Ooh. Pressure. I mean, yo.
All these exalted titles give me a freaking headache.
You prefer a woman just to say, yeah, you know what, I'm a nice young lady and I want to be with a nice young man.
Exactly.
Hey, Mario, I got Alex Tenzio right behind you. He sent 25 to the Cash App, man. You killing it. Michael Burnett, I'm going to get to you. Stay in the queue. Hey, Mario, don't hold no punches. I thank you, Mario. You still in the queue. You got
I
something else to say? Hit the private chat. I'll pull you back in. I'm trying to get everybody get to say their piece. Alex Tenzo.
Yo, you can hear me?
I can hear you. How you been listening?
Yeah, I've been listening to the old heads. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I agree with a lot of what was said, and from personal experience, from my relationships to actually watching my mother raise me, single family household, and what the title, what the title of the show. To be honest, like I don't personally think there's nothing wrong with a woman being a boss. You know what I'm saying? But being a boss has nothing to do with the household. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, okay, you go out into the world and you can be the CEO. You can be you can run the show. You know what I'm saying? Be self-employed or whatever. But when you bring it back to the crib, bring it back to the hive. You know what I'm saying? Understand the
You're
role.
you're a
You know
wife.
what I'm saying? Exactly. Because and I'm still, and don't get me wrong, like I'm still learning, and I definitely learned a lot, from the older cats that I was listening to. And one thing that I saw was, Jeezy and his current girlfriend. I don't know if they're wives, but in the interview, she was saying that she was a boss and she got all these things going on, but she didn't mind submitting to a man because she understood that how she gets her paper is completely separate from the role that she plays at the crib. You know what I mean? Exactly. And nature, when we look at nature, like, you know, you got the man has to be at the top. You know what I'm saying? Or let me put it like this: play the role that he's supposed to play. You know what I
Right.
mean? And like somebody was saying, you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce. I'm pretty sure that when Beyonce closes the door, of that big ass mansion or multiple mansions they have, I am pretty sure that she understands that she is the wife and
Jay-Z's the
Jay
boss.
Z
It's the big
is
dog.
the husband. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that because a woman is supposed to make the moves that a man can't make. You know what I'm saying? And there's moves that a man is supposed to make that a woman can't make. Now, I think what's happening now is that due to a lot of variables that in from growing up in a single parent household, like my mother, she raised me. And there was a lot of things that she had to do that now as I'm in my late 20s, I now understand that damn. You know what I mean? She was doing things that she did not have to do that a man was supposed to do. And I had, you know, and she's introduced me to uncles and cousins and men, to sit me, you know what I mean, to like sit me down and talk to me. But as I started learning, you know what I mean, really just sitting back and listening to what other men are saying, what older men are saying, in in your lives about topics like this. And I look at my mother. My mother, she raised me great, but at the same time, it doesn't matter how good of a woman is. Only a man can raise a man, and it doesn't matter how good of a woman is. If there is not a man in the household, that household will be affected. Just like if there isn't a woman in the household and it's just a man. You know what I mean? So I don't think that there's
Right.
anything, more than or less than. It's just that, it's just that I can't, what I do, how I get my money, boss, CEO, founder, whatever, I can't bring that to the crib, especially being out of Houston, Texas, when we just dealt with this ice storm. All that CEO ball stuff went out the window at Home Depot. It went out the window when the fireplaces needed to be lit. It went out the window when there needed to be food in the house. What were we gonna do? No water, no light when it's cold. That's what I'm saying. Like that all that CEO boss that went completely out the window, and I'm pretty sure that that I'm pretty sure that there are men that agree with me in situations like that. A man is definitely needed because of the role that a man is supposed to play in Mother Nature on Earth. You know what I mean? I mean, like a man is definitely needed in a situation that we just dealt with in Houston.
That's
You
a
know what I
fact.
mean? So,
That's a fact. That's a fact, Alex. Hold on, Michael. Michael's right in the queue. He's already on with you. Michael, you already on. You can speak your piece.
How you doing, brother?
What's going on, big dog?
I wanna just put out something for everybody in the queue to get a little ears on real fast.
Right.
Everybody is self-made, but only the successful will admit to it. And we're all products of upbringing and teaching, regardless of what side of the pendulum you swing on. Right. So I agree with somewhat what everybody's saying, but you gotta understand a title is just a title, and attitude reflects leadership.
Mm.
So if you treating a person the way he or she needs to be treated, it's not based on your perspective. It's not based on your upbringing. You got to meet them where they are and love them past their instabilities, their insecurities, and their faults and flaws. And it's a compromise on both sides of the playing field. I mean, we all want to be loved the way we want to be loved, right? But we go after the things that we really don't need and we really don't need to have. We always chasing the brightest silver coin and the biggest dollar, but you really don't need that. We're creatures of habit, right? And we do what we follow the pattern of what we've seen and what we've experienced. And that's a hard pattern and thing to break. But as far as the title of being a boss chick, I mean, a title, I don't care what you want to call yourself. I know that you getting your paper, you working, you doing what you got to do, but the way I was brought up, my money is her money is her money. I make enough to where I ain't got to worry about, hey, you never have to ask twice. I mean, here go the card. If you feel like you need to do, see, I got more of a religious background, right? So he's supposed to work. She's there to help. The things that he can't pull up on, she's there to help, right? If she has an issue, it's my job to carry it. That's what God gave me, strong arms and a strong back. For more than just lifting weights, but you got to be able to pick up the slack when it needs to be picked up. And that's on both sides. It's about compromise and getting to the point where as though you got to be willing to do more than what you're trying to get in return. See, don't just looking at give 100%. You got to go beyond that mark. I look at it like this, right? Me and my lady in the zoo, right? And for some reason she slip and fall in the leopard's den. My upbringing is my dad the same way. We ain't gonna think twice. Somebody got to die in that pen. It ain't gonna be my woman.
All right, everybody, y'all all in now. What y'all think?
Yeah, I definitely, you know, I definitely feel that. You know what I mean? It's just like, and with today and everything that's going on, and I think, and I think that there's no really like, I don't want to say so much of a disagreement, but I think that there's pieces that when you put them together, that's really what it is. It's just that you know it definitely sucks when a woman has to play the man's role, and like I felt what what one cat was saying about a dude coming up when a woman helped them come up and then ditch her. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel that because I've seen that. I've definitely seen that. So I can't sit up here and say what that could possibly feel like, and then that because women take things completely different to men from men. You know what I mean? And so she might develop that mindset where it's like we hear it all over the place. Dudes ain't this, dudes ain't that, and they feel like they got to do everything. But at the same time, you know what I mean? You know, it's not like that for all women. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that as long as men and women understand their duties, you know what I mean, and actually sit down and figure out what it is that he or she wants, then I think that everything will be cool. Because at the end of the day, there's some brothers that don't mind having multiple chicks, and there's nothing wrong with what a person wants, and women are cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Some women are cool with that, and I think it just goes back to, you know, what it is as from a man's perspective, what a man actually wants. Like if a man wants, fuck with the dotty body.
His phone must have cut
Let
out.
me jump in real. Let me jump in real quick, TV.
Right.
It's a matter of like Law was saying. You got to be able to sit down as grown people and have that hard, heart to heart conversation about real expectation. No fantasy. No, life is not a fairy tale. It can be a dream. It can be a nightmare too, depending on how you make it. But you gotta have those heart to heart, honest, open conversations that people that generations now are not being taught to have because we don't want to hurt anybody. We don't want to offend anybody. But it'll offend people more if you deceive them and string them on versus you coming out and telling the truth from the beginning. Now, now, if I sit down with a lady and we having this open, honest conversation, I'm letting you know from the beginning, this is the way I am. I don't do all that. I'm too old for that. I've been through too much to deal with all that. I don't play them games. I ain't gonna string you along. This is the truth. And before you even get to that point, you got to do a proper background investigation on whoever you dealing with. You got to dig into them. You got to get to know the person on beyond just a physical level, beyond just a financial level. See, if I can only can love you based on what we doing in the sheets or what you got in the bank account, that ain't gonna last. That's gonna run out.
That's a
You got
fact.
to be able to get to them. You got to be able to get to them with a point where you say, "Look here, I don't care what you got going on or what's happening. It's me, you against the world. A house divided will never stand, never on any level,
Yeah,
any level. I don't care
because
what it is."
when I go to Denny's, I go to IHOP. There's an old player. He usually pulls up in a Mercury or a Crown Victoria. You think it's a cop car, but it's some old head, and he got the peanut butter inside, and it's like it's freaking it's wine on the outside. And he get out, and he got his slacks and orthopedics on, and he walk around to the other side. He opened the door, he popped the trunk, he gets the little chair, and then he helps his old lady into the chair. He closed the door, and he wheels her old tail right on into the freaking place.
Yeah.
He sits her down. Of course, she ain't been working in 15 years. And he just
Let me tell
and
you,
I've seen old women wheel they old man out of the minivan right on inside, and they sit right there and they have some conversation or a non-conversation. Because some old people, they can just sit together and eat and don't say nothing.
Look, my grandmother and grandfather had 15 kids. They had 15 kids. My grandmother and grandfather had 15 kids together, right? And a slew of grandkids and great grandkids. At 16 years old, well, my aunt had MS real bad for like 30 years. They didn't think she was gonna live long. At the age of 15 to 16, I started carrying this grown woman. I was basically her legs at the age of 16 years old. My grandmother was in her 70s when she raised a lot of her grandkids. But it's a matter of getting to the point where as though it's basically honesty, the openness. I can trust you, you can trust me, and that takes a lot of time to get to that point. And the compromise nowadays is just, and the women nowadays, they have that feeling of they need to be in charge because that's I'm not gonna get too political, but that was the environment and the culture that we've been placed in a lot of times. The environment we grew up in. They would take the father out the house, and then they mothers got to raise the kid, or the mother get hooked on the drugs, or whatever the situation may be. They damage the household to the point where as though it's a fractured household, and you never see a teepee or a tent stand on one leg. It doesn't work. You need both pieces to be there equally to make it work.
So my question is, the people y'all are with right now, would you will them into the Denny's when they can't work no more and hold their bowels? Or do you believe the woman you with would will you into the Denny's when you can't hump no more, can't hold your bowels, nothing? You think she'll roll that far with you?
Well, that's why I say you got to do that proper background investigation, man. You got to get them know them on a level to where as though the love they have for you would make them want to will you in there.
That's true. What I'm
'Cause
asking, do
you
you
can catch
believe?
more flies and bees with honey than you can with vinegar.
That's true.
Add a
But
few
do
respect
you
leaves.
do you believe the person you're with right now would do that?
Absolutely.
What about you,
Why?
Lo?
Because
What about me?
Yeah. What about you?
I mean, you know,
It's getting sketchy in
loyalty.
here.
Loyalty is, you know, if you without loyalty, what do you have? Nothing, you know. And with
That-
loyalty comes the trust and everything else that you know, being loyal and being the loyalty. Without loyalty, you have nothing. So, I mean, I'm one of the most loyal people on the planet. That's like probably my biggest virtue, my biggest value is loyalty. Loyalty is without that, man. It's like you won't really. How could you accomplish anything without that? You know what I mean? Especially in a relationship, loyalty is.
So you there for the long haul. You taking it out the conversion van with the curtains all the way up to the Denny's table.
I already got one. I just ain't got the wheelchair joint. I already got a conversion van. So you talking to the?
You ready already?
Like I said,
Yeah.
I bought my van a long time ago for my family. I had cars already. I just bought a van specifically. Like, all right, kids, I'll tear it up, whatever. Eat your McDonald's, whatever.
Yeah,
Tear the shit up.
people sleep on them conversion vans. Them joints are dope.
Yeah, but if my girl go out tomorrow, and her damn legs get cut off, I guess we're gonna put the ramp joint in that back of that motherfucker. You know. Facts.
So you down by liggity law. What about you, Darnell? I think Darnell having reverb.
He got it on mute. Yeah, he got it on mute.
He'll come back in. But yeah, it's one of those things where, like, I tell people, I told my ex when she was like, you know, you don't need to work that much. I make a bunch of money. I said, listen, I don't have enough money to pay for your $1,200 a month cancer prescription.
Right.
And I'd be danged if just because I didn't work, I had to watch you just fade away. See, when I'm talking about, I'm thinking about it that deep. I'm not thinking about if you still gonna be, you know, coochie popping on a handstand in 15 years. Listen, it's not that serious. What I'm saying is, if I was to go out right now and I'm done and I mess up my body in some way, and I got to go through rehab. Am I gonna lose my F-150? Or are you gonna pay that joint? Am I gonna lose my credit card? Are you gonna pay it? Because if you lost yours, I pay everything, all the way until you got back to work. Because that's what it's supposed to be. Because I don't look at it as your car note. I look at it like the car needs paid. The car needs paid. Like that's how I look at it. Yeah. I don't even
Our car.
us, the car
Yeah.
notes. The car notes need paid. The insurance. That's how you know when people are together. I don't know. The car note needs paid.
Yeah, the bills.
Yeah, you got the card.
The
You got the
bill.
card?
Yeah.
Go in there. Give me the blue one. Give me the card. The card. That's how.
Right.
That's where it gets to. Darnell, you back?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we had a little reverb before, man. What's going on?
Ain't nothing much. Oh, most definitely, I'm gonna do it.
Really?
I believe she'll do it too. Hey, I take good care of him. I pay all the bills in the household.
Yeah, that's trust, man. Because there's people out here where you can get a bad cough and they'll drop you.
See, it all starts with you got to have that initial thought, almost not necessarily from the beginning, but you got to be almost there from the beginning to have that mindset from the beginning. If it's not in you, you can only get out of you what's in you. And if that level of game ain't in you, and you don't have somebody around you to give you that game and show you how to get to that level, you might not never get it. You got to have that mindset of, see what I'm saying? We in this together. If something pop off and I need somebody to cover my 6 for real, I done gave you enough what I got so you can really cover my 6. If I
Let
really
me ask
need
you a
it.
question. Let me ask you a question. What do you think? How do you think that men or women come up with that actual understanding? What do you think is the ones that don't? What's the difference between the ones that do have that understanding and the ones that don't? What do you think the main difference is? Your opinion.
See, the main difference really is we all born the same way. We're all born naked, dumb, and speechless. It's the experiences of life, what you go through, and the lessons you learn from them, that determines your true maturity level. Not the age on your birth certificate, not the age on your driver's license. So what's going to give it to them is most people can't humble themselves enough to say, listen, I need to team up with somebody that's older, that's been through something, that has got a few battle scars, that maybe can give me a little more game in this area. Their pride won't let them say, hey, what do you think I should do in this situation? They might even have all of the right answer, but they may have a piece of it that can make your situation just a little better. We're not taught nowadays to seek out the truth. We're taught to try to find a correct answer. You can't seek a correct answer. You find a piece here, find a piece here. Eventually, the puzzle comes together.
And that comes with, and that's why I tell people in my video, The Nigga Trap, the overactive ego is rampant.
Look, my father, I had 8 uncles, my father, and a whole lot of older male cousins. Well, a few older male cousins that was living with us and close by. I got something from each one of them. See, some people learn by doing. Some people learn by running and hitting their head against the brick wall. And some people can observe and learn that way.
That's the best way.
It's about being honest with yourself and saying, hey, look, and a lot of it with these relationships, we have this false perspective of what we really want. Because if you truly had what you really wanted, most of it would probably kill us. We wouldn't be able to handle it for real. We really had exactly what we wanted. Because
$1 million.
We've already came up with this fairy tale lifestyle that really, it ain't really there.
5
but
Teslas.
the one is really gonna have you. Oh, I'm with that now. The one is really gonna have your back and really be down for you. You already know. You already know. You gonna be able to put in that call.
You don't want her or him. I've told a few chicks that I know that have a few female cousins, and I was like, you trying to tell me as fine as you are, and all my boys that like you, oh, I love your cousin, all this. You trying to tell me No man comes up to you every week. Yeah, they do, but they don't be having no swag. And there we go. So you telling me these dudes with decent trash truck union jobs, shipyard jobs, these dudes, you not feeling them? Well, you
Those be
not
the
here.
ones. Those be the ones that come back 10 years later when they didn't got married and be like calling your phone. An old pimp told me this. He said, because I had a few of them that kind of skated real hard on me, right? So he told me, he said, listen, the reason why they calling you 10 years later, because they always remember the ones that treated them the best.
Mm.
And to this day, I got married ones. To this day, man, when they come in town, they call me. What you doing? I want to hook up. We ain't doing nothing. They want to go out. I ain't doing nothing with you. You married. I ain't trying to worry about that, man. Whatever your situation is, I leave that drama alone. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get no. I already got too many strikes on my record already. I ain't trying to get no more. But
I
you
believe
know that.
that my father did tell me that too. He said all the chicks you didn't get in high school, wait to 30. Because
Yeah, they
then
do
when you
that.
hit 30, you can go back through and hit every single hot dime that was there. Because all of them done went through the bad boys. He says they ain't going to look all the same. All of them ain't going to look the same because, they going to have a
As
little
soon as
road
you,
rash on them.
as soon as you level up,
Most of them
and
shaped like stop signs and
everybody,
55-gallon barrels.
everybody here can get that agree to it. As soon as you level up, they all come back around. Even the ones that didn't even look at you, they'll come around as soon as you level up.
Mm.
As soon as you level up, they look at me like, "Oh, you ain't got no money," but how you know? You ain't seen no bank statement. I told one chick, right? She was fine. My cousin's wife, her cousin. This chick is fine, right? Drive like a 750 BMW, something crazy, right? And she was like, well, my cousin wife was like, well, she's high maintenance. Can you afford this? And I said, listen to me. I just brought in another uniform yesterday. I'm already making 120 a year and I'm doing armed security. I said, you mistaken because I just brought a Dodge Dart. That's why you mistaken. But if you've
Ooh.
been to corner, listen, this was 4 or 5 years ago. I said, but if you've been to corner and you've seen a white on white 750 Li parked in your driveway, then your perspective would change,
Ooh, yeah. So you bought a
right?
That
grown
always
person
changes.
car,
That always
33 miles a
changes.
gallon.
You know what I'm saying?
You,
I bought a stick shift. I bought a stick shift and a motorcycle when I didn't even know how to drive either one of
God damn. That boy young
them.
and
And to
reckless,
this day,
dog.
and look at, I ain't stripped the clutch or nothing. I got it down. I done had like 4 motorcycles in a couple years. But that same girl today, whenever she see me, she'll scream my name from across the parking lot. And I tell my younger male cousins, I said, what type of game is that when you got her screaming your name across the parking lot? And then
Mm.
they all get quiet. See, I don't put too much out there because you know, but it's all right though, man. You just you gotta you
Is
gotta
she,
live and learn, man. You gotta live and learn and pick up the
Dar-
game as
is
you
she
go.
shaped like a pickle jar now?
Darnell, you back in the game. You getting some bad reverb. What you got to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say my ex, she went and found her Caucasian man.
Mm.
Um,
She went and got her a white
yeah,
man.
Oh yeah.
yeah, some
She,
L's is just L's, bro.
yeah.
And
Is that
I don't look at them as losses, man. I look at them all as lessons. They're all a lessons, man. There are no losses in life. They're only lessons. Learn from it, make yourself better, and move on for the next. See, a lot of problems too, man. We tend to take these hurts and pains onto the next relationship and try to make them conform to what we trying to build. It don't work that way.
mm.
You got to meet
So
them halfway. Meet them halfway.
so to kind of get back on subject, I think the whole deal was pretty much about letting your man hold the card, right? Am I
That's what it
correct?
ended up being, yes, and that was a no. They're
Yeah,
not giving the card up, buddy.
Right. So
they'll
they're not
get
giving the
they'll
card
get a
up.
car. They'll give it up.
So I think what it goes with like the whole thing about the boss and all of that. I mean, everybody just needs to stop. I think at the end of the day, everybody just needs to sit back and just look at the true definition of the words and everything that they claim or want or say they want to be or want to become. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you want to be a boss, then own a business. That's what a boss is. If you want a boss chick, then that means nothing more than you want a female that owns a business. That's all a boss is. If you own a business, no matter how trash the business is or how good or successful the business is, you're still somebody's boss. So that's what, if you are a business owner, that is a boss. If you're a
No,
queen, that is a fact. That is a fact by true definition. If you own a business, if you are a business owner, that is what makes you a boss. You cannot be a boss working for somebody else and working for some other business. The person that you work for is the boss. But if you are the owner of a business, a boss doesn't mean you own property. It doesn't mean you own anything besides a business or organization, or a organization. Now, however you want to,
are
classify
you?
that
Let me
organization.
ask you that. Let me ask you this: Are you writing checks?
I mean, you have to if you own a business. Nobody's going to work for you
No, I'm
for
talking
free.
about you writing
But
checks to your employees.
of course, you have to. Nobody works for free. So yes, of course. If you own a business, of course you're writing checks. And even if that's just a check to yourself, yes. Every
Lord,
person that
you got
every person
employees,
that
Lord?
owns it. I'm sorry, say that again.
You got employees?
Do I, or are you talking about in specific?
Yeah, I'm asking, do you have employees? Because I don't have none. So,
No.
but I got a business though. But I ain't,
Yeah, but even if you don't have employees and you own a business and you are cutting a check. Now, I don't know. See, I don't know who all situation. I'm not going to speak on everybody from an individual situation, but I'm just taking the word for how it's defined in the dictionary. Now, they could put like, okay, let's say you look up a word. Sometimes you got a parentheses 1, parentheses 2, you know what I mean? But by definition, parentheses 1, a boss is somebody that owns a business or a organization, period. There ain't no other, all this other stuff that we're trying to make it and shape it into is bullshit. Just like a pimp is a man that makes money off of women from prostitution. There is no other definition. Or a pimp is somebody that does this, that, and the third. No, a pimp is only derived from prostitution, not a man that pimps women and gets things from them because they are successful and they just give him money. No, that's not a pimp. A pimp is somebody that does it from prostitution. So what I'm saying is we need to just stick to the real simple definitions of things and simplify things. If you want a boss chick, you want a woman that owns a business. That's not saying that you want somebody with money. That's not saying that you want somebody with this, that, and the third. That's just only saying that you want a woman that owns a business or an organization. If you want a queen, you are only wanting a woman that owns a king, that has a kingdom. She doesn't have to marry a king. The Queen of England is not married to a king. She is the Queen of England. And she's only the Queen of England because she has a kingdom. No, is she recently married?
No, she's married.
When she became the queen, she was not.
She was the Queen of England before she was married.
Before she was married, she is not the queen because she was married.
Yes, you're talking. If we're talking about the ones that are in house now, he's damn near the wife to her. She had her kingdom, her situation passed down from birth. She was the Queen of England, and then she married a Duke of Italy or something like that. And now he's kind of the king of.
He's not. No, he's not. No, it's not. It doesn't work like that. He's not. Yeah, he has no power. He's not the king. The king in the queendom comes from lineage. Right. She is solely the Queen of England because her uncle died, and he was the last eldest male in the family, and she just so happened to be the oldest in her generation and had that passed down. She doesn't have to marry a king. To be a queen, you just have to have a kingdom.
Yeah,
that's it. By general definition of the word. Yeah. You just have to have a kingdom. You don't need a king to be a queen, but you do need like you said, jesters. You know what I mean? You need all of that type of deal.
People in court. Well, they really don't do the jesters no more. But like I said, even it falls down to when people say, well, I want a king and queen and all this other stuff. If you really look into kings and queens, you're looking into people who are mass murderers. These are mass murderers that you are glorifying. Even if you go back to the pharaohs of Egypt and Africa that we love to reach back to, these are mass murderers that wiped whole freaking peoples off the earth. So we're glorifying and we're changing words into what we want. The same way simped got bastardized. We use nigga in 7 different ways. We use boss in 7 different ways. You can be a boss of your business and still be a doting husband when you get home to your wife. You do not need to be like what we end up doing. We take boss and it ends up being our personality, and that shouldn't be that.
Correct.
No.
Correct.
And that's what we need to get away from. Now, on the subject of giving up the card, is just like I say, it's basically the situation of loyalty and trust. Now, some women have a issue with giving up that card because, to be honest, they having a hard enough time getting a fucking card. I wouldn't give a nigga my card either if it was like so hard for me to obtain. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was something that is like I don't even know if I can maintain this amount. You know what I mean? I don't think that I can. You know, it's so hard for me to obtain, and he hasn't done it yet, and I'm not sure we're ready for this responsibility. Yeah, that should be your only reason. Yeah, that's what the subject was. As a female, should the female give the male her credit card, let him have access basically to the bulk of the money.
It wasn't that simple, Darnell. It was more like, we were talking about roles, and it was like, if your dude was down for a while, you've been with him a couple of years, y'all live together, y'all may come to the same place, would you give him the debit card? And Sherelle was like, nope. Not giving up the card.
Before the man was down, was he doing what he was supposed to do?
Yeah, we just saying like you down, like Darnell got sick or something, lost the lease. So
no. Let's knock on wood for that. No.
I got for the superstitious. I got wood right in front of me. So and then you go to your old lady and you like, listen, while you out at work, I may want to spend the bin, get some cigarettes or whatever. Let me get the card. Sherelle was saying she ain't doing that. Nah, I'm not giving you no. You can't.
Why are you not giving your man the card that was holding y'all down? See, that's what I'm talking about. That masculine energy.
Well, she said it's just a double standard. It's just a double standard in life.
It's not. It is. It really is. Females want you to spend, but they don't want to spend.
They want the trust. They want the trust, but they don't want to give out the trust.
Correct.
I think it goes deep into just spending, because women don't have a problem with spending, but they do have a problem with vulnerability sometimes, and I understand that because they've been taken advantage of for so long, and I get it.
Like Fat Joe was talking to this lady. She told me she got cameras in her closets. You got a fucking problem. Get your ass some help. You sick, lady. How you got cameras in your closet? You gonna make sure nobody ain't stealing your shit? Come on, that's crazy.
Yeah, it gets weird. Michael Barnett, you said you had something for the subject.
See, like I agree with Law was saying, and Darnell too. It takes time. That stuff is built over time. It depends on where she's coming from.
That's why I asked you that question. That's why I asked you that question, because without time and experience, you're not gonna get to the level. You're not gonna get to what I'm talking about anyway. You know what I mean?
It's true. Now, I could dive directly into Sherelle, personally. Well, not personally, but from what I've heard so far, and we can, dig a little deeper to it. I'm like the ghetto Dr. Phil, but it's even with her, you're gonna have to build. We all put up defensive walls, and some walls gonna take a little longer to chip through and to break through, right? And it takes trust, time, commitment, compromise. All those things come together, man, to help break down that wall. But once you get through it, and she see you ain't about no games, she ain't got no problem giving it to you. Why? Because number one, I'm not gonna need to ask for it, but if I do need it, she ain't got a problem giving it to me. I mean, but if If you ain't got the experience and the time, you ain't willing to put in that work. Nobody learns anything by osmosis, man. You got to go put in the work, man. You in the gym, TB, you got to go put in that work, man. That's the
This
only
the
way you're
thing.
gonna get it.
This is the thing. I think females need to get out of the thing. Like with Sherelle, it was just a straight up no. She didn't even
Yeah, she
really.
didn't give no parameters. She was just like, no. She
That,
was like, you
and
as
that,
a
and
man,
that,
you should have your own card.
Yeah,
Period.
you a man.
and that,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Beat it. You a man. Beat it.
and that
We got to
goes
get out
back
of that.
to a lot of that goes back to I can't necessarily blame it on her because we're creatures of habit. We're pack creatures and we're creatures of habit. Right? So it's gonna take it may take a little longer. It may take however long it take. If you truly want to be with that person, I don't care if it took a year, 5 years, 10 years. You're gonna do whatever you got to do to make it work.
Yeah, I think
Right.
she's
You're gonna do
speaking
whatever
more
you
of
gotta
a.
do.
I think she is speaking correctly though, from perspective of her age. In all
Yeah.
honesty,
Yeah,
in
'cause
all honesty,
I don't want
giving
to
the
go
card up.
around run around giving a card away. I'm not telling her that.
No,
You know what I'm
no,
saying?
Yeah,
no.
nah. And she's not at the age where she should be because the people that she should be looking at, dating at this point is probably her age. I don't know if she's into older men or whatever the case may be, but if she is looking at dating men that's around her age parameter, then yeah, of
I
course,
see
don't
you,
get that
Lance,
nigga no
too.
fucking, please don't get him no card because 9 times out of 10 he don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's young, he don't know, he just don't have the experience to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? But he can. There are young men that are her age that are probably her coworkers that have a proven track record that she could trust like that. But it's just
It
at the
depends on
age
how you
group that
picking.
she is. Yeah, at the age group she is, I need her to honestly realize like it's not just a simple no. It's a no because I don't think that I'm at that level.
And don't forget too, most women mature faster than men.
Facts.
So from what I know of her and what I've heard of her, she's very mature for her age,
Facts.
right? And the fact is that she may have to. I mean, you got to venture out of your comfort zone to find what you really want to find. We all want to stick to our comfort zone, and that's not the place of growth. Your comfort zone, you ain't gonna never grow from your comfort zone.
Yeah,
Keep doing what you always been doing. You're gonna get what you always been getting.
yeah.
Feel free to write that down. Feel free to write that one down. That one's for free. The next one's gonna cost y'all.
Hold on. I got Lance in here. He paid his money for the cash app. Lance, you got the floor. What's going on, buddy?
He on mute.
You got to
Lance,
take it off
unmute
mute.
it.
Lance.
There you go.
Hey, what's up, man? Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I basically, first thing first, I had a question. Like, is a man in a position to where he would be asking this woman for the card? Is he expecting to have the card? Is he expecting that? If you as a man went down, are you expecting to have the card from the woman?
I definitely am. If I'm going to talk, I can only talk from my personal situation and my personal situations. With my track record, you goddamn right, I'm expecting to get that card. Absolutely. I mean, I've bought school clothes for my kids and kids that's not mine. Trips to Disneyland, all type of stuff. Helped your mama get that TV and that chair to help up the step. Yeah, get a card up.
I feel you. I guess that's where I differ just a little bit, simply because of the fact that I feel that at this moment, if you're expecting something from a woman, you're really holding her to man standard. I think men are more naturally built off of integrity and doing things that are right, and women are more so governed by their emotions. Even society would tell them that half of society would tell them that they were stupid for giving you the card, regardless of how much done for them. And I understand that because women are governed by emotionality, it becomes a lot harder for her to just go ahead and say, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this man a card, whatever, this, that, and the third. I'm not expecting for you to, because at the end of the day, I still know that you're a woman, and I still know that emotionality rules your world. So I do expect for you to have some bit of hesitation. Me as a man, I am expected to provide for you. I'm expected to take a bullet for you if somebody walking,
Yeah.
kicking the front door.
Listen. I understand all that. First of all, you don't give me the card, you out of here. I'm canceling you. That's a fact. Number two, if I'm expected to take a bullet for you, I'm gonna need the card in recovery. So I'm confused. I'm
Right, right.
confused.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think that it is a right thing for a man to say, "Yo, look, I deserve to have that card because of this, that, the third, A, B, and C, whatever." But
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, just because I feel that way, reality tells me on the other side that look, it's more than likely that I'm not going, or there's going to be a tussle or a wrestle for this card.
I
You know what I'm saying?
disagree.
And you don't
I
think so?
disagree. No. Listen, if there's a hesitation, I'm gonna replace you.
I
Because
think that's the
listen,
right thing to do. I think that's the right thing to do.
right. Because I've been with women and I've been in this exact situation, and I didn't even bring the card up. They just said hold. They just brought it to me like, "Yo, hold this card." Because when I'm going to work, I want you to be able to order food or whatever. Like, if you are a person, listen, if you have to think like that, we don't need to be together. Now, I understand where you saying that, yeah, women are emotional. I no longer let women get away with that anymore because
Hmm.
of the rhetoric that they push. So I'm not
Right.
going to go off of, we know that women can break down and craft it, but I'm not going to give y'all that because that's not the rhetoric y'all push. The rhetoric y'all push is you got accounts, you got this, you got that. I can do all this on my own. Since you're pushing that rhetoric, I done got shot protecting your butt. Drop the card off and give me the extra car keys for me to do what I have to do. If you can't do that, I'm going to look at your integrity as different. And I know that there's women out there that can. I'm going to upgrade.
I don't think that you're wrong with feeling any type of way about her not giving the card over. But if one of those feelings is surprise, then you know that's a different conversation. I think
What do you
that
mean surprise?
I if you feel surprised if a woman was like, "Yo, look, I don't really want to give you the card because this, that, and the third," and you're surprised at that, then I would say, hey, maybe we got to reevaluate, who it is that we're dealing with. We're dealing with someone that we know is based on emotionality. I think that your reaction is right to say, "Yo, look, I got to kick you to the curb. I got to let this thing
Right.
go." But I don't think there should be any surprise in that at all. If a woman's like,
The
you know,
standard that I
I don't want to
hold
do it.
the standard that I hold a woman that I'm with, I would definitely be surprised if one of my old ladies was like, "Nah, I don't really trust you with the card." That should never even been a thought. Matter of fact, in my households that I've had, there is no me and your card. It's the card.
Right,
It's
right,
the
absolutely.
car. So
When when
the
when
now the
things are going well,
no
when
no no
things
no
are
no
going
no no
well,
no 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 no. Period. It's
that's what
the
you should do.
card. It's the card. It's the car. If I go down, unbeknownst to me, because of health or whatever, and it turns into your card, you have turned into a single woman. That quick, you got to go
Right,
because
right. I have no disagreement with that at all. I think that if it were turned into the this is mine, this is your type of situation when you go down, then I don't think that you're wrong for
we're
walking
no
off. But,
we're
but
no longer we're no
surprise,
longer teammates. We
right?
just
Absolutely,
we're no longer.
absolutely. You're no
So
longer
Lance,
teammates.
so check this out. So Lance takes a bullet for you, or Lance. It didn't even have to be a bullet. Lance works like a lot of our uncles and daddies do. He's busting out 80 hours a week, which people we forget that's 2 jobs. If you're a trucker out there, that's 2 jobs. Average person works 40 hours a week. So you're a trucker. You're busting out 80 hours a week. It's really 90 because you're fudging your logs. 90 hours a week for this woman for 15 years, sitting in this seat, cholesterol building up, leg getting blood clots, and you hit a health wall, which we all know we're going to hit. And then after all of them crazy nights and musty and all that type of stuff, I don't trust you with my car. Oh, no, baby.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I feel no surprise with that, and that's the reason why I would feel absolutely nothing about walking away.
Right.
There's no emotion involved in that. I expected you to do that, and I was already planning to. You know what? I gotta part my way. I would actually be surprised at the woman by being like, you know what, you down. here go the card. You know what I mean? Go ahead. All that is mine is now yours. I would be more surprised at that than a woman being like, you know what? Let me just hold this here. I could shoot you a little something. I could more so see her doing that.
She said, "Shoot you." Hold
Yeah, I
on.
shoot you a little bread. You know what I'm saying? I shoot you a little something on the side. I would be, I would be less surprised at that.
We really need to discuss. We really need to discuss how other people out there are in relationships, and everything isn't the card. When I got into trucking, and the woman that I was with in my early part of trucking, we just didn't have those conversations. It was like, it was down to the point where it was like, oh shoot, I'm about to buy a TV. Babe. Yeah. Which card I'm supposed to use? Like it was to that point. Like I don't even know which one of my or her cards I should be switching. This is together. So if y'all get to the point where it's a me and y'all are single. I don't care if you're married. If you're married and it's like my account, your account, you are a single man or a single woman. Yes. Immediately. Because they're looking at their situation as a single person. If you get into a union, it's like this. When I divorced my wife, because I was married, and she took my 84 F-150 Windsor engine, V8, AC still worked in it. She took it. I told the guy, hey man, she has my truck. He says, no, bro. She has y'all truck. See, y'all are married. Y'all together. But I said, she's going to sell it, and she has the right to. This is y'all. So there's no my account. There's no any of that. If any of that creeps into your relationship is already over. To me. Now, if your woman doesn't have the intent, I hold my woman to a higher standard than most men probably are going to hold their women. I hold it to a higher standard. If I go sick, you about to do these live feeds till I get up. Like, no, you about to do this. You getting in the truck. You driving the booty meat train because you're my teammate. Well, no women should have to do that. What world do y'all live in? I know people in D.C. where both of them got 2 jobs. No, you got to be held. Because my thing, you're holding me to a standard of living. So I should be able to hold you at least at the bare minimum to a standard of integrity. At least give me that. Right? Lance needs to know that if he goes in a coma, when he wakes up, his Range Rover didn't go back to the damn dealership.
See, but I just feel like holding a woman to integrity can at times be unrealistic in a way because of the fact that I feel that male to male, we have integrity amongst men. You know what I'm saying? But as a woman who is governed by emotion, right, a lot of time integrity goes out the window depending on how they feel.
I understand that can go out the window. Let me tell you what's unrealistic, because you're saying, they're women depending on how they feel. What's unrealistic is holding your woman to a standard of beauty of a 19-year-old when y'all are 40. That's unrealistic.
That is absolutely.
That's scientific unrealistic. Integrity and respect, these are disciplines. It is not unrealistic. You know why? Because it is my standard. Now, if you can't meet this standard, which other women in the world have proven they can, you don't meet the package. You need to deal with a lower dude who's going to say, I understand you're a woman, because over here, I'm not going to do that.
Right. I feel that. I actually went through that kind of situation myself when it comes down to the whole integrity type issue. And I felt that the only reason why I even hung in and stuck around was simply because of the fact and the statistics that back the health of a child. And I have a child, right? I have a child, and I care dearly about her. And more than anything, I just want her to grow up in a more healthy relationship, in a more healthy household than what I did. Right. So even with dealing with this lack of integrity from time, it's not just a all out, lack of integrity, but just in that specific case, we're speaking of here, I felt that lack of integrity, and I decided to stay regardless. Has it altered the way that I handle my relationship? Absolutely, 150%. But I don't feel any surprise when I don't feel it.
I made that same mistake, and at the end of the day, I think that it was just a look in the mirror moment, and me accepting it that was a mistake. Like the mother of my kids, like I had no business being with her. You know what I mean? Like I should have used better judgment. I should have been more educated about my decision, because at the end of the day, everything was like an educational moment for me when I was with her. I was more like teaching her shit instead of building with her. I was building her. She wasn't really building me. Everything that I knew, we wasn't learning together. I was learning it and then teaching her, or I had already learned it and taught her. The situation now is better. We teach each other.
That's coming with age, but also from the same rhetoric that comes, where it's like, you're the man, you're this, you're that. That means that you're the number one teacher of that woman. So that comes with a conversation where me and my lady have conversations about integrity. We have long 2, 3, 4 hour in the bed conversations about integrity and what people expect, what we expect. Listen, yeah, I'm supposed to take care of you, but taking care of you is probably not a $2,600 a month, 18-foot ceiling apartment sometimes. If you're not willing to stand up and do what needs to be done when I get sick, you may end up at a $1,200 apartment with no gate.
And right? All stipulations are vice versa.
And vice versa.
And that's what I think with age and experience, women and men just don't know that. Either they don't know that yet, or they have yet to realize that. And then you got the gentlemen that either on this screen or in the chat room that are old enough to know that that's the case. It ain't no I take care of you. We take care of each other.
We take care of each other. And women, listen, my mother had diabetes real bad. After she died, I learned from my aunt that she lost her sex drive from diabetes 11 years before she died. My stepfather stayed with her with no sex all the way until he put her in the grave. They didn't die. She didn't die old. She died at 49. These are still sexually active ages. He sat with her, not working, unsexual, and he just stayed with her all the way until he put her in the ground. That's integrity. That's following your vows all the way to the letter of what it is.
Yeah, and that's honorable. But
it is.
I
don't know if he got nothing on the side now. I want all
right,
that.
Let me ask the question. Let me ask the question.
Right.
I'm not even going to propose this to women, because for women, maybe it might be easier to accept. But I'm going to ask the man. I'm going to ask men in the chat. Let's say your joint got severed. You know what I'm saying? Your hands got severed. You know what I'm saying? You in a position, or not even that. Let's just go as far as you can't move, right? So you're not actively able to please your woman. Are you willing to set your emotions to the side and allow your woman to feel those needs that she obviously has? Because women have needs just like men have needs. We all have sexual needs. We all want the same thing for the most part. So as a man, are you willing to let your woman go out and get that and be confident enough to know that she's still gonna come home to you, but she's just gonna go take care of her business? Such as like going to the grocery store, you know what I mean? She's just gonna go get taken care of and then come back home, cook for you.
I would tell her, you have needs, and I know you do. Just never let it cross to where I know.
Absolutely, I would agree with that.
Just if you're gonna go do it, or are you going to yoga, get tuned up, come back, and act like it never happened.
Act like it never. Honestly, that's how I would probably propose it too. Just, I don't want to know about it. I don't want it to flow over into my household. I want you to take care of it from an aspect that it never happened. I definitely don't want you like.
See, that's the problem.
Hitting my brother or one of my best friends
See, that's the
go
problem.
out.
A man could do that and not catch feelings. The
I
That's
don't
what I
problem
was
know.
just
is
about to ask. That's what I
a,
was just about to ask.
a
I
woman
don't
is
know.
going to fall in love with this dude, and then you're just like a brother she takes care of, and eventually she's just going to want to move on with her life with him. But a man will just have a little back page prostitute joint for 10 years,
Fact,
and it would
fact.
not change nothing.
That's why I don't even want to ask the women, because it's like at this point, you know, we don't need, like, we know we classify things by order of importance most of the time. You know what I
Right.
mean? And you know, survival always peaks at the top, just being able to survive, and then after that comes the other thing, affording survival for others, like your partner, your kids, and all of that, trying to help them
Right.
survive. But survival always comes number one. So I don't think that it's a question that I would be able to pose to women, because women are just, I don't know, at some point I think women just need to stop being emotional and keep speaking from an emotional standpoint, and deal with reality a lot of the times. Sometimes it's just, I can't,
Yeah, they're
you know,
gonna.
you can't have those conversations. They don't want to speak realistic.
Yeah. Oh, don't even say that. No, I'm gonna say that because you're gonna get the way nature works. You're gonna get yours eventually anyway. What I want is for you to do it in a way where it doesn't affect the household. And if you can't, leave now.
Let's set parameters.
Yeah.
Leave now.
Just leave me.
Yeah.
Leave me.
Leave now, and I
Because it's
got my
gonna happen.
money and insurance. I can go my butt right into the home, and that is the fate that I have. Ain't nobody trying to see or deal with dudes showing up and you trying to come up with the lie. No. Because a dude, and it's been proven, dudes have do it. They will get them a little prostitute joint. They'll go over there, dust it right off, go over to the gym so they can sweat, take a shower, come back home, and
Bruh.
act like nothing happened.
Bruh, before the internet, dudes have proven that they can have whole separate families.
That's real.
And not let that shit
That
pour
shit is
into
real.
the household. We have shown that we can emotionally cut that off. Like, look, when I'm home, I'm this guy, and when I go over there, I'm this guy. That shit has nothing to do with the other. I am not going to emotionally affect my partner by allowing her to be vulnerable like that. So we have definitely proven that we can do that. Was it right? Hell no, it wasn't right. A nigga shouldn't have two different families.
No, but the thing is, the fact of the matter is,
We can do
they can do it. Women say, I see Erica saying women can do that too. No, they can't.
No,
They cannot.
You're gonna be so hard pressed, y'all.
Cause now you gonna want the side dude to be faithful. Well, you know I'm with my husband and he paraplegic. I heard you over at the BOB. No, none of that.
Exactly.
They're gonna be coming at their side dude like, yeah. That's I see you with your little bitches.
You cheating on me?
I see you over there with your little bitches. Like, you got a whole husband.
I've been there.
What?
Whoa. Listen. I got homies and cousins that only run through chicks like that can't come back at them. I'd rather deal with a chick that's married because she can't say nothing to me. But they still do. They still be like, they still do. At the end of the day, a man can figure out his budget and say, I got about $1,200 to burn. I'm gonna spend $400 a month. So that every 2 weeks I can get that $200 polish off. And this the thing, well, why I gotta be a prostitute? Because prostitutes don't show back up. That's why my father says you do not pay a prostitute for sex. You pay her to leave. A prostitute works on transactions. If you just start humping a random chick on the side, she's gonna catch feelings. And she gonna come mess up with your wife that's sick, and you can't have that. You can't have it, dog. You got listen, because the loyalty thing is, if my old lady gets sick, I'm just gonna be there till she gone. Like I can't even mentally put myself in a place where I just let her be a paraplegic and I'm not there every night. I couldn't fucking do it. It's not like would I do it? I physically and mentally can't do that. I can't do it. No, I'm here. What if the nurse ain't doing what he's supposed to do with her? What if she get in bed so she just laid up? There's no way, bro. I'm not leaving my wife. Polish, bounce. And you know what? It's happening in the sleeper. You ain't going to my house. You think I live at Love's. Facts.
That's that integrity that I was talking about. Well, it's not the most integrally sound thing to do, but yeah, we all got needs, of course. But that's the integrity piece that I'm talking about, where we won't allow it to come back to the house, nothing like that. You know what I mean? And we're still there for our woman, but I just don't feel that same thing, from the opposite gender.
But you got to up your caliber of who you're talking to. I'm telling you, because I'm going to be real with you. The hardest cats I've had in my corner have been women. The most loyal women, people that's been in my corner, have been women. The times I've been stabbed and jumped, you know who swung first? Women. So that's not true. You have to see, now I have standards to where if I'm talking to a chick, you don't meet one of my standards. I don't care how good the necromonger is. You're not getting no farther than that. No. I have little things like if I'm on the phone with you and you yell at one of your kids, I'll block your number.
For me, it's further than just a sex issue. I now have a child. I'm now invested in this situation. That's what I'm talking about. Like, if I'm just getting sex off of you, and you show me that lack of integrity, then yeah, no problem. I'm out. But now I'm invested. I'm rooted in this thing.
Yeah, so you're there. So you're saying you there because you refuse to live outside of the house of your child.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
then you're no longer in a relationship. You're not in a relationship. You're hostage. You
Yeah, I
don't
made
even,
that mistake.
bro. You don't even look at her as a real relationship because in the back of your mind, it's like if I didn't have this kid, I wouldn't even be with you.
Right, but this is kind of the silent contract that I signed by having a child, simply because of the fact that I understand the damage that I can do to an innocent party.
Right.
My
That's
child
irrelevant.
is innocent.
That's true. That's true. But it's irrelevant. We're
Well,
we're discussing we're discussing if you are in an actual relationship. If you're in a relationship for anything more than you need to be there because of responsibilities, that is no longer a relationship. That is a hostage situation. And as soon as your kid hits 18, you're gone. If you last that long, because let me be real. How old is the kid?
She's 12.
Yeah, it ain't gonna take
12,
long.
12. Yeah, you only got 13, 14, 15, 16. Once they hit 16, 17-ish, bro,
That's a fact.
it is
I
what it
already, I
is.
already,
That's
I
not a
already, I
relationship.
already know what's happening. I already know what's happening. So I keep things together like they need to be right now, but I can't necessarily disagree with you on the idea that once she hit a certain age, then I might find a different road to travel.
Might. That's a
Now,
funny.
listen. Things now. You
That's a
could hit
good
the
one.
lotto. You could hit the lotto. Like you could hit the odds of the one in whatever million. Things could change. She could evolve. She could turn around and
Facts.
hit an epitome, and then next thing you know, boom, you got lucky. Now you got the woman of your dreams. You know what I'm saying? But chances are, like you said, you just in a situation because I
But
make the same
Ryan
kid.
Borton said the kid already knows.
Fact.
Um, yeah. You know what? I won't disagree with that. I think that my child absolutely does know that things ain't 150%, but at the same time, the disciplinarian is still in the house. It still holds her to a standard to where certain things would fly when I'm not there, and certain things just don't fly because I'm there. And I would rather have that than to leave her flat.
Yeah,
So let
well,
me ask you a
hold on,
question though.
hold on, real quick. When separating from her mother and leaving her flat are two different conversations. You
Yeah.
can move into a house across the street.
Ah,
Yeah.
little different, because I'm out here on the road as well. I'm out here on the road as well, and knowing her mother and how she handles her emotions, it's not as cut and dry as just move on out and then you maintain the same situation. It's just
Let me
not that.
let me ask you a question. Did you grow up with both your parents?
I did.
See, that's why you got that
That's
type
why
of
you're doing it,
spirit.
man. And this is another question
I think.
is showing her that you just suffer through in a bad situation
Yeah.
is that a better experience than showing her that listen, if it shows you unhappiness, you have to do what's good for you? Which one's a better lesson?
Well, you know what? That's a real roll of the dice, because the only time we're really gonna be able to tell is, once she's out and on her own. But I can sleep better, knowing that I finished the race, and you know let the outcomes be what they may. You know what I mean? But I know that in my own heart that I tried at least to stay there. She could never turn and say, "Yo, my dad just up and bounced on me," because that's everybody else's story. Oh, I'm fucked up because my dad bounced on me,
But
and
you're
that
OTR. You're OTR.
I am.
You already left.
Uh, kind of. I do agree with that in a way. In a way.
There is no such thing as kinda. If you are OTR, you already left. Keep game.
Yeah,
People
man,
who
you gotta put it in perspective that some men see their kids more than you see your own kids, and they're not with their wives.
right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
You have
In
to
that,
put it in that perspective.
but on the same token, I still see a lot of men who are there in the same city who never see their children. So
That's
there's a lot of ways that this thing can go.
Listen,
but
Lance.
knowing the person that I'm talking to, knowing the person that I'm dealing with, and knowing how this person handles fractured relationships, I know for a fact that if I walk away and I say, "Yo, look, this isn't making me happy. I got to move on." I already know what this is going to be. I know where the relationship with my child is going to go. So, with the things as they are, I'm dealing with it the best way that I know.
Lance, I understand all that. That's what lawyers are for. I'm just gonna be a whole $100 with you. Listen, that's what lawyers are for. Right now, I'm in a situation with my baby mother, and I'm talking to a lawyer. And when I talk to the lawyer, he says the only difference between dudes who go through what you go through and dudes who don't have to is one has a lawyer and one doesn't. That's a lawyer. It could be you are a working man, you have a decent record because you the type of job you have a record of support, you have everything in line. She will be imprisoned or go to jail if you're not able to see your child. That's a
no way. It ain't even no way for her to do it. It's just a matter of paperwork.
You're talking about paperwork at this point.
Yeah.
Right. At the same time, I don't like playing with the system. She's active duty military and all that kind of nonsense, and things like
anyway.
that. Well, yeah.
That's even worse.
Hold on.
That's even worse. Let me tell you, if she's active duty military, that's even better for
you.
you.
The kid.
One call to the commander.
Done.
With the paperwork with you, because instantly, whatever state you live in, you do have legal parenting time. Once you are on child support, that paperwork will be provided for you, whether you're married or not. If you're married, then you have to do the whole divorce thing, and the paperwork's a lot different and a lot more expensive because it's a divorce. If you guys are not married, then once you start paying child support, you will have a parenting time decree declared by the state. She has no say so on how it goes down. Once you send that paperwork one time to her commander, showing that she's not upholding what she's supposed to do, oh my God,
she's in trouble, dude.
I guarantee
she won't do it again.
Right. You know what?
Guarantee it.
All of this is encouraging in theory, but the fact of the matter is, I was in the military for 8 years. I served right next to men who could not be there with their children, who could not see their children, whose wives took ex-wives took those children, moved cross country, and now he's stuck
in the military. Was the women in the military?
Yeah, both.
Dude, listen. No, it's not a difference. You're talking about actual laws. If you are involved in the situation, first of all, who went and got custody by now? Did any one of y'all get custody yet?
No, we still in the same household.
So, in other words, technically by law, neither one of y'all have custody. The state has custody right now. Because if you don't go declare custody, the state has custody. Peep game. She can't take her out of the state without you signing. That's a law, my bro. That's not an opinion. That is a factual law. That's just like going 100 miles an hour down the road.
Facts.
So, peep game. This is the reason why I say you need a lawyer. You don't need to take Law's name, TB's name. Even if you don't do nothing, you at least need to shove out the $200 for the lawyer conversation, because you may find out that you're in a better situation than not. Peep game. She's in the military. You're not. She has two options. She could either ruin her career and get out or give you custody, because the military is not putting up with you can't go on deployments because of a kid.
And let me say one thing.
And I don't plan on either.
Let me
I
say
don't
one
plan
thing.
on coming off OTR either.
Let me say one thing. Let me just say one thing, okay? Now, I understand. I commend you on, because I thought exactly like you. I'm ex-military. I have that same type of moral, you know what I mean, fortitude, should I say, in me as well. I do believe in the same principles and aspects, but life has definitely taught me my lesson. I will say this to you. I do commend you for wanting to do your due diligence. I do appreciate the fact that you are thinking the way that you are. That, look, I made my bed, I'm going to lay in it. I'm handling my responsibilities. I do commend you for that. There is nothing wrong with the way that you are thinking. There is, though, what's the word I want to use? I want to say what you are thinking is right, but it is not true to fact. You do not have to, if you are suffering, you do not have to suffer, is all I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with you feeling the way that you feel and doing things the way that you're doing them, because some would argue that that is the right way. You made your bed, you lay in it. But time has shown us, and human beings have evolved, we have been shown that just because you make a child with somebody doesn't mean that you guys are meant to be together. It doesn't mean that the child is going to turn out messed up or some type of, it's going to be some type of issue with the child because you guys are not together. I wrestled with it for years, my man. I wrestled with it for years. And let me tell you, when I finally jumped out there, I was scared as hell. Of all the same reasons, I'm not going to get the kid. I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to do that. And all it is just like we've been talking about earlier. It's all based on experience. With the right experience and the right people to help you and guide you, it's not what you think it is. Now, like you also said, it's a roll of the dice. It could go the wrong way. It could. You could be driving your 18-wheeler and get fucking killed in a rollover. It could. These are all it could, but the likelihood of this shit happening is slim compared to the other way. If you are truly, what sounds like to me, you are truly a father that cares about his child or children. So the chances on it going left is fucking slim to none, because you seem like you got a good grip on what you believe, as a human being on taking care of your responsibilities. That shit is already built into your child's DNA. Your child is more like you than you think. So the chances on this shit happening is slim to none. If it was going to happen with you not being there, being there, it would have happened with you being there. You get what I'm saying? If your child was going to be a terrible person, that shit was going to happen whether you were there or not. Whatever that child has in them is built into their DNA. My father was a bona fide street nigga. I'm not. My DNA
And it's built
differently.
And law is right. It's built in within the first 7 years. It's already embedded in the DNA. We can't do nothing to change it. But one thing I would say, one thing I would say to the brother is, fear is nothing more than false evidence appearing real, man. Everybody's scared. Man, listen, man, you're in a good situation. The kid is safe and healthy. Take your precaution steps. You always look at you in the military. What do? You train for the worst.
Oh, I'm lagging out. I got to bounce out and bounce back.
Okay, well, you train for the worst, but you expect the best and you prepare for the best. You hope for the best. One of my favorite authors said, he say, what you think on, what you continue to think on will manifest in your life. It's going to continue to happen. What you declare out your mouth is going to be established unto you. So when we continue to say, I don't want this to happen, I want this to happen, stop talking that way, or else it's going to come back on you. People say now, my family members talking about they broke. I say, no, you're not broke. You just have a cash flow problem. Stop saying you broke. You ain't gonna never attract no money if you keep crying I'm broke. Because your mentality gonna be, oh, I don't have. It's only two things: the lack of something or the absence of it.
Yeah,
And both of those things.
I feel for him because I felt that way for years, man, for a long time. I felt the same way he did. I felt the same sense of responsibility as he did, and it took a while for me to realize, like, look,
I got a cousin right now. I got a cousin right now going through it, man. He got 5 kids, and she dragging this man through the ringer. And I don't know. I lived with them for a little while. I know the type of dude he is, and I know the type of person she is. And man, I told him years ago. I said, "Listen, man, part of the way she acts is your fault because you condoned it, you allowed it, and it just got worse over time."
Yeah, because if you're dealing with a spiteful woman, you're dealing with a spiteful woman, man.
Yeah,
but see, this is the thing though. Most situations can be fixed. It can be repaired if both parties are willing.
I just said that. My girl looked at me crazy. I just said that. My girl was like, "Who the fuck you talking about?"
Hold on, y'all. We are at the 4-hour mark. I got to go and handle my business. Y'all done had me up here for 4 hours.
Hey TB, I got some good gym information for you, man. That's my field there. And my goal right now is still to bench press 600 pounds on a plant-based diet.
That's a hell of a goal.
All right. Well, we gonna chat about that tomorrow. Then we gonna figure that out tomorrow.
I enjoy talking to y'all brothers, man. Y'all on top of y'all game, man. And when I get in that truck and get down that road, man, we definitely gonna do some big things.
Lance, if you're listening, number one, don't make a move till you talk to a lawyer. Talk to a lawyer. I gotta go, y'all.
Don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Hey, before you get up out of here, man. Hey, bottom line, get that man that card. Go on, get it to him. You know you're gonna get it to him.
Run that bad for the shit. Run that bad for the rubber feet. Shit.